What's going on, folks? Welcome to another Phandelver and Below stream where we're going to play through Phandelver and Below the Shattered Obelisk campaign from Wizards of the Coast. Just the elephant in the room here. Robert is here because that's the kind of commitment we have, although he's like deathly ill with some sort of horrible disease. So we're just got a Bronson image up. So that's what, when you think of him, just think of him like that for the time being until he hopefully gets over this soon. So feel better, bud.
Thank you. Thank you.
Feel
better, Robert.
Yeah, but that being said, we'll do a quick recap of what happened last time, and then we'll roll into this. I will remind everybody that you do have the opportunity to alter the game if you so choose with your channel points. I didn't get a chance to finish setting it up, but we're in the future going to possibly allow channel point suggestions to add to Tilverton's inventory for the week as a review queue, so people can suggest things to throw on there to add for the given week. So that'll be a future thing. But anyway, last time our party met, and all of the internet met Cujo here on our stream because he's a brand new player as well as a new character in Gable, who blew into Phandalin on a caravan seeking questionable old business partners. And as such, the party was introduced to him. They had a little conversation, ended up going to the Phandelver's minor exchange. Turned out there's some history there between Gable and Halia, in a very Kill Bill-esque backstory, currently named as the quest Decease Reese, which is a backstory where we learn that she was part of a group that did a lot of not great things and left Gable for dead. So the party got into a fight in the miners' exchange. Rocks fell, only Halia died. And then they made their way into her house through her secret trap tunnel thing, and as such, ended up blowing up her house. Was the end of that. Her house, the fireball trap went off, set her house on fire. While in the meantime, Soot was taking Seneth back to his family, as he still hadn't woken up from being beat up and brained by a bugbear with a morning star. So we are going to have a little bit of time passage here because there was nothing so critical at the moment that we needed to have things pick up right where they left off. So again, Bronson, Bishop, Gable, long rest in there, get your healing, get everything back. No issues there.
Beautiful.
And we'll say it's maybe like a day or two later. The town is a little confused as to why there was a fireball. They managed to put it out. There was no further damage to the town outside of just Halia's house. Again, you guys were able to identify the various magic items and things that you found. And again, Cujo, I threw that crossbow that's on your sheet. So if any of those things you do want to attune to, by the way, you would have had time to do so.
It's beautiful. I love it. I'm never letting it go.
And again, there's also that cloak of elven kind that was found that also whoever wants it, I'm assuming Gable, but if anybody wants it, you're free to have attuned to that already as well.
I can't imagine Gable being like, "Oh, here's this thing I found for you."
Of course not, darling. Yeah. It's just among my silkwares.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
well, it is quite fetching.
And we had left, if I recall, we'd left the shield and the staff of defense with Tilverton for arcane synthesis, correct? That was the thing we did?
That is indeed.
Okay, so
yes.
I put in some thought behind how I want to handle arcane synthesis and stuff going forward. So, again, for those of you who don't know and are just kind of tuning in, or again to everybody here, this is a process of taking magic items and kind of combining things. We've decided that things that are of a like nature, whether it's like a rapier to a rapier, it's a simpler process to do so than it is to take like a staff and put it on a shield. they both happen to be, in this instance, abjuration defensive style things. So I'm locking this in, I think my notes say, at around 65% chance of success. That everything will work in some fashion. Combining like things, the chance of getting the exact same effect just combined, like we did with the 2 rapiers, the higher the chance, the greater that will be. With things with lower percentages, it gets dicey, and I'm going to let the person I'll let one of you make the roll, the percentile roll, to see whether it succeeds or not. So that way it's out of my hands, because I could just fudge that myself if I want it to happen. So this is a gamble you're taking. I'll let one of you make that choice. And again, because this is the first, what I'm going to call the first real synthesis, because the last one was kind of just like a freebie, like a trinket to a real thing. It will potentially, they may need, especially if you're combining things that aren't of like nature, other materials. We'll really tap into this crafting concept, like, essence of will-o-wisp or whatever. So gotta go find one and kill it, bring that back, and that'll get factored in. The other thing we did say is that there is a cooldown period after the fact. Stilverton can't do this constantly. The less compatible they are, the more toll it takes on him, so the longer the cooldown time will be. I think it was like a day, maybe even for the rapier. We're looking at 5 days. So after this is complete, it's a 5-day cooldown before he'd even be able to attempt something like this again. So that being said, it did also take him 2 days to do the thing. So but because of the way things are working out, and I want to start this kind of off with a bang here, it has been 2 days since the incident with Halia. That allows Soot time to go drop off Seneth, do whatever she needs to do, say hi to mom and dad, and then make her way back to Phandelver. So we'll get her kind of coming back into town at the start of this morning, with everybody probably resting in the Stonehill Tavern, and that is where we'll pick up the stream for today. So, again, that being said, you come down, get your breakfast, do all the stuff you normally do. And then, you guys let me know if there's anything you want to have happen specifically. Otherwise, we'll just have Soot arrive in the town.
Are we still on Sineth's tab?
Yeah.
That makes sense. He took 15 extra gold too.
Yeah.
He gave us the Chipotle gold card for the stone.
Yeah.
Stone.
Yeah, exactly. So you're still, and also, I mean, whether or not you are, Toblin hasn't asked you for money. So whether you're on his tab or he's just thankful that you dispatched the red brands, you're not entirely sure, but he's not asking you for money whenever you ask for drinks or food. He's just providing them.
I'm going to take my fried egg sandwich, and I'm going to walk out, and I'm going to go check on the horses.
Mm.
Bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup.
Sure. It's the way to do it. So, you go outside and you're just checking the horses themselves or the construction of the stable. What's your...
Yeah, I want to see, I haven't checked in since they were building that stable overnight for us.
The sexy stable.
4 days now they've had to build the stable. Yeah,
you would say it's about 63% complete at this point. So it's, again, it is it's serviceable now. It has a roof. It has, supports.
Horses have a roof and they got food.
Yeah.
They got hay and some alfalfa. Good. I'm gonna give them some head pats, and I'll probably let one of them nibble at the sourdough away before I have to pull my sandwich before they get the whole thing.
Sure.
I'm gonna look at them and I go, I don't even know either of your names, and I don't know if I should be the one that named you yet, but we're gonna work on that, okay? And I'll make my way back
have
inside.
Names.
They
do.
Clarence and what's the other horse's name? I named Clarence.
I turn around and I make eye contact with the one. I go, I apologize, Clarence. It just came to me.
I don't know if I have
Buster.
Buster and Clarence.
Buster, how could I forget Buster?
I'm putting him on an NPC list.
Yeah. Bronson, you see riding up on a full-size horse a fine-looking dwarf in very fine yet tight clothes. And she'll stop just outside of the this makeshift stable and sort of give a stretch and look over and say, "Oi, this area seems to be a bit nice. Hello."
Lady. He's gonna
you
give himself a little bow. Can I help stable your horse?
Now you look very familiar to me. You wouldn't happen to be a Barley, would ya?
Of course, I am the Lion of Leyland.
And you see her like sort of flush a little bit and get a little shy. Oh, I never thought in all my days I'd see the Lion of Leyland.
And just what's your last name, lass?
Oh, last name, Stoneworker.
Oh, stoneworker, eh? You know what? I'm gonna balance this his own wisdom before his insight. Character sheet's gone. We're going to physical die.
Oh, baby.
Oh man, it's getting spicy.
Nat 20. Let's
Wow.
go.
Oh shit.
This is not a dwarf.
Stoneworker, huh?
You didn't think this through.
I work them stones.
Yeah.
I'm
You
Steve
know what I mean?
Dwarfman.
I haven't seen dwarves in hot pants like that in close to 300 years.
Well, you know, sometimes on the road things get hot.
You make a fine dwarf, Soot.
Oh, she giggles and turns back into her humanoid self. Hey!
Remember, next time it's a full giveaway. If your beard isn't all the way halfway down your chest, there's no way you've been doing any stonework.
Oh, sorry.
It's
How
okay.
are you?
Little under the weather and but just checking on the horses. Happy to be alive.
Good.
There's a little bit that happened while you were gone.
Oh?
Yeah, we'll probably need to talk about it here in just a little bit, but no reason to spoil a good morning.
Is everyone okay?
Bishop's had a rough 24.
Oh,
He's been resting. I haven't checked on him today, but yeah, he's gonna need a little TLC.
okay. Yeah. Do you mind taking care of my horse for a second?
Of course. What's their name?
Chan? Bang Chan?
Chan. Buster, Clarence, this is Chan. I go over and I start peeling out the hay and the alfalfa.
Oh. She's gonna dismount and head inside.
All right, and you will see, presumably sitting at a table would be Bishop, and then also Tabaxi.
She runs over and she hugs Bishop.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I am now. Yes. So this is our new companion here. This is Gable. He's on a revenge mission.
Oh.
Charmed to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. I've only met 2 other Tabaxis.
Were they cuddly?
One of them was. Are you cuddly?
Depending on the day.
Okay.
Wonderful to meet you. Soot, was it?
Soot. Soot.
I shall keep that in mind.
And Gable?
Yes, Gable.
Nice to meet you.
Wonderful to meet you.
I heard you guys had a rough couple of days.
Oh, yeah. You know Halia Thornton?
Yes, she has a lot of really nice rocks.
She did. Unfortunately, turns out she was a member of a criminal organization called the Zentarum, and she shot me with a crossbow and then killed herself with rocks. So, but I got you this
Zentarum?
very lovely moonstone, and I pull out
Oh!
a little piece of rock from the moon, and I give it to you, and it's a beautiful little moonstone. It's not like polished; it's kind
Ooh.
of got like a pumicey texture to it, but it just holds a little bit of moonlight in it, and I'm just taking all that liberty. No
Yep,
magic.
that's all things that he said. So I guess that's true.
Sure, why not? Right? It's got no special properties as far as I can tell, but it is a cool little rock.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
But yeah, she's dead. And
So the Zentarum are bad?
oh yeah, no, they're like imagine like a giant network of criminals that do whatever they can to accumulate wealth and then just have zero scruples at all. That's them.
Oh.
Pretty much on the nose. Well done, Bishop.
Yes, well,
if it were up to the Zentarum, they would take all the rocks and hoard them for themselves.
Oh, that's not what I was led to believe. I guess I didn't ask.
oh,
Well,
You had a
she's kind of a
conversation about
manipulator.
it.
Well, she asked if I wanted to. I mean, I guess she's dead, so I could tell you guys because she said I should keep it a secret. But she said she wanted me to do more things like we did before, where we got her information and stuff. And she said I could be part of her club.
yeah.
She even gave me this really cool
interesting.
pin.
Oh, that is a very cool. But you know what? I'd say hang on to that.
Okay.
Never know when it might come into use.
But yeah, don't ever publicly wear that.
No.
Yes, definitely not a good idea.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, not even in Luskin.
Especially not in Luskin. In fact, don't do anything in Luskin. Just don't go to Luskin. If
Just
you can
keep
help
on
it.
riding.
Just
Oh,
keep going.
I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love you know, you could get a very nice cheesesteak in Luskin. So that's
Oh.
good.
I do
You
like
mean-
cheese and I like steak, so.
You'd
There we
enjoy
go.
it for an hour and then not enjoy it for the next 4.
You just need to work on your constitution, Gable. That's all.
They just need to work on making food edible over there. That's all.
The bacteria is definitely an acquired taste.
At least you
Anyways.
admit that there's bacteria. Yes, darling Soot.
So I was thinking on my ride that we should go to the mansion.
Off to meet the mayor.
The manor. The Tresendar Manor.
We went again? We were underneath it.
Well, we didn't go in the manor.
You
You're
went
right.
by. I mean,
Yeah, we just went underneath it.
underneath
That's a very
it.
good point. We'll go check it out for sure.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
We well, after I got stabbed and then got my teeth pushed in, we kind of just had
You
we came
keep
back to the
bringing
inn.
up you getting stabbed, and I keep telling you I avoided all lethal organs and arteries. You're perfectly fine. Maybe a little sore.
You stabbed
yes,
Bishop
he did, yeah.
on
It was
purpose?
more
Yes,
out of
well,
self-defense. Our dear Halia had a wonderful means of persuading our dear bishop to change sides for just a moment. I remedied that by a bit of a swift maneuver, and here he stands, under his own faculties. I consider that a win.
and I'll show you my neck. There's just like a pin of a scar going in and out. We had a bonding experience.
You could turn that into a sweet neck tat.
I guess so. It's
tattoos are cool.
Oh, hey!
I just
Why are you still here?
he's just like rolls out from under the table. He's been there all night. Yep, that's me.
As a
I
knight
punched her
now-
twice. Yeah, I'm Surgery
Wow.
now.
yeah, surgery, of course.
I've been
Wow.
knighted.
I'm very proud of you.
Thanks.
Are you staying?
I mean, I'm not like, I feel like that's my duty now. I've been knighted.
Of course he is.
Yeah, okay.
Sir Droop of Phandelver is what I'm decided to call myself. I should probably go home at some point because everybody's gonna wonder where I went.
Yeah.
And I also still need to fix that wagon, which is right. So that's the thing. I do need to do that.
Mhm.
Okay.
But I'm thinking I'm coming back because there's alcohol here, and it turns out that I like that a lot.
I mean, you're welcome to stay as long as you want.
Great. And he just like swipes a bottle from somewhere, you don't know where, and he's just like,
And then Droop never left.
Have we gone to the old owl? Did you guys go to the old owl well?
We did not.
Oh god damn it! They keep giving Droop trinkets.
Oh no!
Droop isn't going anywhere.
87. God damn it! All right, hang on, real quick, and then Droop chat was like, "Oh, what's this?" And he unrolls takes like a scroll, and he's like, "Oh, huh." And he unrolls a scroll, and on that scroll, he's like, "Oh, weird." And there's 5 of them, and they have a symbol, or a series of symbols, written in a language that nobody here understands because this language doesn't exist in the world of Dungeons and Dragons. But for the internet and for everybody here, it's Japanese symbols here. And this is 1d6, which I rolled 5 paper bombs that can be attached to daggers or darts to cause them to explode on impact.
That's
We're
fantastic.
in 3-5. We're in 3-5 now, guys.
Yeah. Oh.
So
Promised land.
yeah, he can attach them to daggers or darts that are thrown to deal an extra d6 fire damage on them when he uses his explosive paper bombs that he just found. Sir Droop of the Hidden Leaf. Oh no. We gotta work on
He starts doing hand symbols and then attacking.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just a lot of just like all of a sudden fire breath. Whoa, you know. It's really just blowing, you know, alcohol that's already like lit through a torch, but you know, we could call it the Great Fireball Technique. Whatever you want to do, we'll figure it out.
It's dwarven whiskey. It's already kind of on fire.
Yeah, it's fine. All right. Anyway, so that happens. Thank you, chat. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Your old owl well you had brought up.
Yes. We could do that too, right?
No, yeah, I think that makes good sense as well.
Okay. Well, let's go to the well. Unless you guys still need to take a break and relax and stuff.
No, I get up, I stretch out a little bit, I bring my clean plate of pie back up to Toblin, and I say, "No, I'm good. You guys good? Ready to go?"
Yeah.
Quick question for the DM. In the past 2 days, would I have had an opportunity to sit with that encoded bit of documents to try to work through it a little bit?
Yes, I did not get a chance to fully work it out. I actually wrote it out in a cipher, but I didn't like what I wrote. So I'm actually going to provide to you the actual cipher document that you can then decipher as a group. So I will do that. I'm not like, I have something, but I'm not entirely sure how I want to weave it in. Because like in my head, just peek behind the curtain here, I was just like, oh, I'll give him like a place and a time, but I was like, who knows how long it's going to take him to figure this out? So if I'm like, cool, meet us here on Thursday, you know, at like 9 o'clock, and it's just like, is it just the perpetual waiting till he figures it out, and then it's that Thursday? Or so I have to come up with something that is like universal that'll give you time to figure it out.
Sure.
Because if this stymies you for months at a time, I don't want to be like, well, that happened, so your cipher is useless.
I totally get it.
Yeah. Also, by the way, for the chat, some of you know, and we've talked about it, I just want to throw this out there. This campaign is going to level 20. If you're, chat, if you were in that stream where we talked about what we're going to do to get to 20, do not tell them.
Oh.
But what we talked about is what's going to happen. So be cool, chat.
Do I have to start avoiding the rest of your streams now? So
No, it's already done. You came in just after we talked about what was going to happen, so it worked out well. So anyway, yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, yes. So we are gonna go to 20. So hope you guys like seeing these faces and seeing these characters because they're in it for the long haul. Old Owl Well, we talked about the cipher. Did you want to go pick up or make the rolls for the shield before you
Gotta
leave?
get the shield before we go.
Okay. And then also Soot, that gives you the opportunity. You, LB, already know the items, but if Soot would like to pick any of them up, go for it.
Maybe.
Fair. All right, so you guys are gonna pack up your stuff, make your way over to Tilverton's to see how the arcane synthesis went down. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, he's there, and he's like, "Wow, hello, you're back.
Hi.
I did the thing. Maybe we'll see when you make a roll. I don't know how it's gonna work." Robert, do you want to make that roll?
Hell yeah, I'll make that roll.
Hell
All right,
yeah,
give
make
me
that roll.
a percentile. There's a 65% chance of success, so we'll go 65 and below will succeed.
Ooh.
All right, I'm gonna pull up my actual character sheet for this one.
All right, that way everybody can see what the roll is. I say as though I can't get. Oh, here we go. Game log.
I imagine like he's opening up a thing.
Oh,
23. We're good.
That's great.
Ooh.
Under 60. He goes, "Well, yeah, wow, look." And he like pulls out. Yeah, what were you gonna say, Jake? Give me this. Paint me a picture of what I'm gonna describe to you.
Sure. Yeah. So he opens up like a big tray on the side of his cart, right? It's like a big, like almost like a cadaver tray, and it like and a bunch of steam shoots out and it like pulls out. It smells like fresh baked cookies, but the magic item version of that.
Sure, maybe just fresh baked cookies, but
That's magic all of its own.
That's the best magical effect of all.
Indeed.
and on said cart is a shield. Now we had a couple of discussions about what it would take a staff made out of glass and applying that to a shield. What do we want this to look like, Robert? I'm going to give you creative liberty with the physical design of how this looks.
you know what? I'm gonna say that we're using the glass staff to make this really badass stained glass emblem
Yeah.
of Shantae on the front, where we have the barley wrapped around the thorny white rose on the front, and that is going to be the extent of that glass inlay on it, and then the rest of it will be that that stainless steel look with a little bit of a gold etching on the outside on the edges.
Beautiful. All right, so
Hell
this is here. And he goes, "Well, it worked. I present a shield of shielding." And he hands it to you. This is a +1 shield. And keeping it in the non-attunement realm, it is a +1 shield that once per long rest gives you the ability to cast the shield spell.
Oh man, let's go.
Let's go. I agree.
Bro.
So I will end up, at some point, I will make a D&D Beyond Magic item. I didn't want to do it in case it didn't work, and then I would have spent time doing it for nothing.
Mr. Talberton,
Yes.
what are these gloves about?
Let me look at my list of gloves, and I'll tell you what they do, because I don't remember what I put on there. So let me look.
The
Quick,
gloves of
vamp.
entanglement, perhaps?
Oh, yeah. Wow. We could take them and just be like, wow, and then make people entangled. Vines. Grab. It's the whole thing.
Ooh.
Whatever this
Wonder-
says, LB, yeah. So, yeah. And they are non-attunement gloves, and it is just once per long rest, a freebie entangle. I made sure any of the things that do use attunement say that they're attunement. Otherwise, if it doesn't say it, then it's fair game. So yeah, if you'd like them,
Yes.
then you can go ahead. I will also make a D&D Beyond Magic item for those as well. That'll just, so basically, once per long rest, you have an entangle, and because I didn't decide to give it a DC, it'll use your spell save DC.
Beautiful.
Makes sense.
Scale it up.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, There you go. And he goes, well, here you go. And they've got vine patterns on them.
Oh, Tilverton, if you were looking for a workshop, the mining expedition place is open now. It's available.
Oh, is that why that was a fireball?
Well, that was next door at the
Oh.
woman's house, but yeah, pretty much.
Bit of an accident with some of the mining explosives, unfortunately.
Indeed.
Well, that will happen, apparently.
Yes, an unfortunate reaction between the dynamite, nitroglycerin, and the swamp gas in the area. So be careful.
Okay.
All right, cool. You have yourself a wonderful day. Masterful work.
Well, we'll see what happens next time. Come back in 5 days with more money.
Okay.
We hope to.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Those gloves are wonderful. Very nice.
Thank you. They're very form-fitting. Do they make me look mysterious?
Yeah, for sure. Yes, it gives you a je ne sais quoi. I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
So
so
wonderful motif.
Thank you.
So yeah, all I said for the gloves was vine pattern on them, but the rest of them,
Yeah.
feel free to design them however you'd like them to look.
Mm. They're made of a very stretchy fabric, so it'll adjust to her form.
Yeah, sure, why not? They're magic. That makes sense.
I have 4-way stretch.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like the idea that they're just like hand warmers. They're just bunched up and like fluffy and warm.
Oh yeah, like just over the thumb.
Yeah,
I'm Ariana Grandeing them.
there you go.
After crawl.
All right, so now what? Team.
Go to the well.
Still have to
Yeah.
locate your friend, don't we?
Gundren Rockseeker. Yes, we would like to find him.
Is he gone? Oh right.
We got
We
captured.
still
He's
haven't
not the one
found
who
him.
died.
No, that was Hildar Hallwinter. I keep wanting to call him Hildar Solwinter, but I don't know where I would get that from.
Who could say, Jake? Who could say?
Nobody could. No one could.
Ildar Rumbleseeker.
Yes, of course. He is always looking for some sort of cage match.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I guess you guys you're setting out for the well then.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Works for me.
Let me
All right.
pull.
Should we just leave the horses here? I don't want our horses to die.
I
It's
don't
silly.
really think that any other spontaneous explosions are going to happen inside the town.
Well, now
I
that I'm
checked on
back,
them this morning. They're doing fine. They got a roof over their heads. They got plenty to eat and drink.
they're
All right.
okay.
Yeah.
All
We
right.
can walk.
Plus,
Uh,
there's only 3 horses. So we are 1 short currently.
Yes, we're going to
there-
have to address that at some point.
I don't
Uh,
mind doubling up.
let's see.
All right.
I can be very small.
That's a very good point. All right. Let's take him then. Let's go.
All right.
I call Clarence.
I call Buster.
Bronson, do you want to double up with me on Chan?
Of course. Let's go. Let's ride.
Gable, you see this very human looking soot. She transforms, she starts to shrink and turns herself into a halfling, so her clothes are a little baggy, and she's a male halfling, and kind of like ties the clothing behind her back and gives uppies for Bronson to pull her out.
Uppies.
Nice.
I pull you up, but I let you ride in front. You're in completely control of the horse. I'm the one that's riding on the back. I'm the passenger princess.
Yeah.
Nice. Love it. Well, now you can both see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gable, this I'm a changeling. I don't know if I said that.
Interesting. Oh, it's
Ta-da.
very good that you didn't end up with a Zentaran then. They would have had a delight with that ability of yours.
Being able to change forms?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Turns out
useful?
it's, very much so. Especially if you wanted to get into areas where you're not supposed to, or gather information that otherwise would be impossible.
Oh yeah, I do that already.
Just be careful who you reveal that information to. There are those who will exploit it if given the opportunity.
Yeah, that's what my mom said.
A wise woman.
Undoubtedly.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
All right, I am. If you guys want to, I think I set up. I don't remember how this works with the different maps. So I have a map that I'm on right now, so you guys should be able to see that, I believe.
Yeah.
And I think I've revealed enough of it.
This art is incredible.
Which art?
Just the lines that you've made.
Oh yeah, well listen, all right. I'm trying to. Well, unfortunately, there are things that I can't show you, so it's like okay,
That's fine.
trying to reveal things, but I figure we can, talk about where Leyland is and all these other locations that everybody's familiar with. Oh yeah, I guess we could do all of this here. Unfortunately, it doesn't have like a click and drag select for me to just reveal the entire thing. And I will, by the way, Chet, I will share this with all of you. So, in just a sec here. But, God, it's
Mount hot now.
Yeah, it was a volcano.
Was it before, or is it just hot now?
Oh, Jake.
Sorry. That was dumb.
It's funny.
I did enjoy saying it. Okay, cool. So we are headed east.
Yeah.
We got provisions and all that. We are on our way. Looks like we have a group of things we could clear out while we're over here.
Where's Luskin?
Luskin is
north.
further up the Neverwinter, all the way off the map.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Let's try this. We go here. Then we go to spectator mode. All right, let's see if this works. In chat, I'm going to share this with all of you. See if this works. I see it now how you guys see it, and it's even funnier to me.
It was really funny just seeing parts of the map appear from a paintbrush effect.
Also, I do see one random W just hanging out on the map just north of Phandelver. And I'm like, what is that W?
Yes, the Great W.
Don't
There are
make
many legends about the Great W.
I think that's a Walden Books.
Never existed.
It might be the Great Wonka Factory. I don't know.
Oh, don't go there. It's scary.
I hear it's run by hags, actually.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It is chocolate.
You'd think it'd be chocolate, but actually, it's children.
Oh.
And then it got dark.
Welcome to the group, Cujo.
Here we go.
I'm so happy.
All right, there you go, folks. Now you guys can see my wonderful art that the party sees. And you know what, Jake? Just for you, because I'm gonna I'll pull that back up in a sec. We're gonna go, where is it? To here. Let's go back to our brush. There you go. No more W. No more W for you.
Good.
We're in the middle of a conversation about, yes, there's the... I don't know what's up there anymore. Like it's deleted from my mind.
I dropped some of my ketchup on it.
Oh, the map's all ruined.
Oh, man.
All right.
Smudge now.
Why must cries a single tear.
Yeah, right?
Worked on it for the past 2 days.
Yeah. So as you can see, each hex is about 5 miles. So leaving Phandelver, what do we say? You could do how many miles in a day? 10 miles a day?
Horses?
Oh, on horses, that's true. There is an amount, and I don't remember what it is. It's in the player's handbook.
I could tell you with the MediaWizards.com Sorko Snap High Res, I can measure that.
Okay.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, I have to zoom out though.
We'll tell you in just a second.
Tools aren't there.
All right.
No,
well,
that's what.
That doesn't help. Cool. All right.
30 miles a day.
On horseback?
Thank you.
Yep. That is taking it at a normal pace for 8 hours.
All right, so it'll take 2 days to get to Old Owl Well from the looks of it. If I'm counting my squares correctly.
That looks right.
All right. We do the wonderful book of Lost Minds of Phandelver / Phandelver and Below does provide us with a random encounter table. So
we're not bringing Droop with us? Does he
no,
want to ride double?
No, Droop's staying behind.
All
Inner
right.
Droop,
party and chat.
I did manage to find out a rumor about a very mystical bottle of alcohol where we're going.
Yes.
Ooh. What is it?
It is.
Droop makes an insight check, like 25. No, he doesn't believe you.
Let's do this. I got.
Let's do this.
All right, let's go.
I'll give him the help
the
action.
dice gods.
All right, fine. Let me pull up his actual character sheet real quick.
Ah, good.
What was your total?
Group in the quest. for
Hang on,
infinite stout.
I'm pulling up his actual character sheet. Give me
Somebody
a
cast
second.
guidance on him, quick.
It's too late, Jake.
Ah!
It's too damn
Why'd you
late.
say it out loud? You message the chat.
Oh, you're right. We need to start a chat without Ted.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not an uncommon thing. Let's see. Hang on. I'm on the character sheet. We're opening it up right now.
Holding on for dear life.
+5. Sorry. Yeah, 25.
I got a 24. Fucking hell.
Yeah. So
Did he natty?
he did.
Shit.
But I took a guess and that it was 5, but it turns out it was.
That
So
works.
Well, hey, some fights you lose. All right, Droop. Well, if we find this magical bottle of whiskey, we will bring it back.
and he's like, that sounds great. You know what I'm gonna do? While you guys are gone, I'll go home and do all the things I need to do at home. So that way we don't have to spend in-game time figuring out if you're going to follow me back to where my family is. And then I'll come back, probably miraculously, at the same time that you guys get back.
What do you
That
mean
would be-
in-game time? I'm confused.
I'm a little drunk, so I don't know exactly what I mean.
In
God!
time for game time, like we've been
Understood.
playing cards at night for the past 2 nights.
Yes.
That's
That's
too...
right.
I just want to point out, chat, like, the party is here. You don't have to keep giving trinkets to Droop. That's
Keep giving
2 more
Keep giving
trinkets.
trinkets to Droop. Don't listen to Ted.
No, wait, no. I want trinkets.
So Droop
I
got...
like trinkets.
Droop got 2 more.
I'll give Droop a trinket.
Okay. Droop got his next one is a peach pit to plant his own peach tree. It may or may not be a peach tree of heavenly wisdom.
Ooh.
It's Kung Fu
That
Panda
could make
reference.
peach brandy of equal wisdom.
Yes.
There you
Oh my
go.
God, for the apple orchard, and now it's a peach and apple orchard. Ugh, we're doing so much good for this town. We gotta
Bishop's
stop
like,
lighting buildings
we
on
could,
fire.
we
But
could farm so many things.
And then he also gets a quarterstaff with a small jade sphere fixed to one end. When swung, the jade leaves a faint trail of color.
that's cute.
Yeah. So there you
Start
go.
putting on like living poetry performances where he starts like dancing around with it in the middle of the night. It'll look good.
Or raving while he's really drunk.
That also makes more sense. I will back out my suggestion.
You also can give non-NPCs trinkets. I just want to throw that out. Oh my God. We've got gifted subs coming in here. Thank you for the gifted
Wow.
subs. Wow.
Beautiful.
Thank
Oh.
you.
All your trinkets belong to Droop. Okay, you guys. Well, thank you again for the gifted subs. All right, let's actually play the game, maybe?
Yeah.
I suppose.
We could try. All right, it says we're gonna make some checks. It's daytime. Who would like to make me a random encounter check?
I'll
One
go
of you.
for it.
All right, roll me a d.
Yeah,
roll
do
me
it.
a d20, please.
That is a 3.
Cool. The day goes by just fine. It is you've traveled your 30 miles at a normal pace through the wonderful kind of scenic Tribor Trail on your way towards the Old Owl Well. Conyberry is right on the trail, so that's kind of the old ruins of Conyberry. It is nighttime. How do you all handle watches? This is the first time the 4 of you have been together as a party, so how are we going to do that?
I suppose 2 by 2 by 2 by 2, right? One, everybody takes a watch.
Yeah.
Wake me in the morning, and he'll just like curl up with the intent of falling asleep.
All right, he'll take the last watch then, I suppose.
Sleeping as a tabaxi is so amazing.
Well,
You just
gotta
hear
be
this like faint little purr coming off of him.
Oh.
adorable.
Adorable little murderer.
Yeah.
I can't be
I-
mad at you for stabbing me. You're just so dang cute.
Guys, before we get into things, do we trust him?
Yeah, so far he's been okay. He's he's not good at disseminating information, but aside from that, he's been reliable. And
Okay.
it's good to have another person, especially, we talked about, what we're trying to accomplish within the town and trying to help people out, and he seemed on board with that. So until he gives us I mean, he stabbed me, but I was charmed, right? So it wasn't he saved everyone's life by stabbing me because I was gonna
Yeah.
stab him.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I say, let's give him a chance. And
Bronson?
Be dead honest. He's helped us out so far. He hasn't given me any reason not to trust him.
Okay. I can take first watch.
all right. Bronson, you want second or third?
I'll go ahead and take second. I'm finishing up on some cornbread right now anyway.
All right, cool. Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
I
be
will,
manning the Dutch oven.
Yeah. So it just kind of like rubs her hands together and burning hands of fire going.
Sure.
effective. I
It's
put my
so
teapot
extra.
on top of it. We're petty with our spell slots here.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
very
not a
petty with
spellcaster in
spell
this
slots.
game. You do you. I'm just the guy with the sword. You do you.
I have some wonderful chamomile tea. No caffeine for sleeping.
Sure. You know what, LB? You said you were. While this is going on, why don't you roll me a d20?
Ooh,
Okay.
sleepy owlbear tea.
A
Yes.
sleepy
Ooh,
owl.
I
Wow.
love that.
There you go.
Let's
All
go
right,
to
add
the
it to the
notes.
list.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's a shirt right there.
Yeah, we're working on a design
I would
already.
wear the fuck out of that shirt.
I would too. God. That's peak.
Mhm.
I rolled a one.
It's cool. In the world of official modules, only high numbers generate
Hell yeah.
random encounters. It's stupid. That's why in my original game, because I've run a lot of these official modules, and I'll give you a peek behind the curtain because I don't care. 17 to 20 is the number you need to roll on the d20 to then trigger a random encounter, which could be, nothing really, right? Could be something small, could be something major. But I wonder if they actually intend for you to ever trigger anything. Because it's a
Yeah.
17 to 20, and you do it once in the morning and once at night. And that's it.
Dad, I want something bad to happen.
Yeah. Let's find something on the road.
Just say you roll a 17, 18, 19, or 20 then.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. That's fair.
Man, that's my fifth.
In the
20 on
words
this drive. It's
of
crazy.
Missy Elliott, if you could just flip around and reverse it, near sniffer near yet.
All right. Well, you
Yeah.
know what, Robert? In the morning, you get to make the check. And you don't even have a camera, so I can't tell if you're lying. So, I mean, you could roll on your character sheet and then I'd know, or you could roll a physical die and you could
Well,
lie to
if my
me.
camera was on, you would see my forehead generally being on top of my mic most of the time and staring at the ground, wishing there was a horizon to look at. But other than that,
Sure. All right. Well, the night goes by uneventfully, apparently. It says official module rules. And it's the morning time. Everybody's awake.
I brush my teeth.
All right. They feel, just to check that they're there, make sure
Yeah, well,
they're not
I've got
knocked
my
out.
shiny teeth toothpaste.
Oh, that's
so
right.
I'm
He
good.
does. He has. That's one of his trinkets. He got Chip Skylark toothbrush.
Yeah.
That makes his teeth like twinkle whenever he smiles.
Sure, it gets sound effect and everything.
Yep.
Ching.
I have prepared everyone the Braden Barley Road Breakfast of Champions, which is a small bowl of half and half soaked fresh cornbread from overnight.
All right. Damn.
Hmm.
That sounds good.
It sounds really good. I want it.
I- I already
It's
had
so
food, but
good.
now I'm hungry again.
Yeah.
Thank you, Robert.
We can have tea and cornbread.
What a day.
What a proper start.
We really like our food RP around here.
Yeah.
It was COVID when we weren't able to go and eat with our friends and go to dinner. How
Aw.
extravagant our food RP got. Of like, what's the wine taste like? Oh, get another bottle. We're getting saucy tonight. Chateaubriand, bitches.
It's the equivalent of anime food that is like animated
Yeah.
a little too well.
Yeah.
Those touches though, they bring the world to life.
Sure.
True.
Yes, Estinial, there are some Bush's baked beans. I always keep baked beans on my character as well. But we're gonna do chili on another night. It's okay.
For sure. Chili's not a breakfast food.
As we're getting up and like having breakfast, Soot goes over to Gable and hands him a blackened stone that has kind of smooth edges to it, like a rippling effect on top. And she like pulls it out of her bag and like hands it to him and just says, "This is a lava rock. If you're gonna travel with us, I thought you should have this."
Intriguing. He'll take it into his paw. It's quite beautiful.
It's a little no, don't do that. It's a little brittle.
Well, I shall keep it safe.
Okay.
But in return, I give you a piece of advice.
Okay.
Never take anyone at face value, darling.
What do you mean?
It means that everybody has something to hide. And everybody has a skeleton in their closet. Just be careful who you trust.
I'm choosing to trust you. Is that not a good idea?
Oh, you can trust me all you like. I mean you no harm. That should be more than enough.
Really confusing, but okay.
So
Thank
look
you
at this
for the
toy
rock.
cat I found.
And you see Gable's eyes, like the pupils like go super wide, and he just starts like chasing it all around the camp.
Oh, don't forget about Pickles, by the way. Or the lemur.
Yes.
Well.
Oh, Soot, you need to meet my new friend. This is Pickles. As lemur bounds up on the shoulder. And I extend my hand for him to run across over onto your shoulder. Well, that's funny. I'm not exactly sure how lemurs got here.
Well, remember
Pickles got here.
He can fly. Remember, he's a flying lemur.
Oh yeah,
he
takes off in a small glide.
He's a Momo, so he can fly. He's fine.
He was a trinket, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, oh god, I'm really having a brain fog here.
First thing in the morning, she casts Speak with Animals.
Of course, I knew.
Nice.
I told you I was gonna do this.
I know. I knew you were gonna do this. I brought it up. Did you tell me to think of a voice? Yes. Did I think of one? No. So,
what did we learn?
Clearly nothing. All right.
Clearly nothing.
All right.
Yeah.
You cast Speak with Animals.
She starts chittering to you guys. Not to it, but to you guys, it sounds like chittering. Hi. I'm Soot.
Sure, why not? He's been in the news lately. Meet Pickles.
Hi, Pickles. It's nice to meet you. How'd you get here?
Me flew.
You flew from the south?
Yes.
Do you like it here?
Oh, me like it here very much.
Cool.
Bronson is very nice.
He is very nice. Do you have a favorite food?
Cookies.
Cookies?
Yes, me love cookies.
Okay. Is there something that's more obtainable that we could get for you?
I mean, me not really picky.
Okay. Are
Me
you
eat other things. Me prefer cookies.
Okay. Do you eat meat?
Me eat meat. Me prefer cookies, but me eat meat.
Oh,
Me
You
eat
have
vegetables too.
Apples.
He says to you randomly while you're chittering away.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I didn't say that.
Lemur's a bit exotic for me, Soot. I've been trying to figure out where I can get him some fresh mangoes.
Oh,
I
do you
figure
like
that's what I-
mangoes?
Me like mangoes, yes.
He
Mango's
doesn't seem
delicious.
super picky, but he does like cookies a lot.
Oh boy, me like cookies.
Oh boy, he says.
Cookies. Oh. All right. Oh, well, I guess the next stop, we're going to make ourselves a chocolate chip brownie loaf inside the old Dutch oven. Haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, we're gonna make a chocolate chip brownie loaf.
Oh, me like chocolate chip.
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate
very
chippies.
Cookie.
Chocolate
Big
chippies.
cookie.
Chocolate chippies is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Better than Cookie Corner.
I promise that we will protect you. But if we do get into trouble, just kind of stay out of danger, okay?
Okay,
Okay.
me stay out of danger.
Yes, you're a very good lemur. Okay. And then she's
Okay.
gonna go talk to the horses. Just to watch her walk over to the horses and start talking to them.
All right. You guys setting out for the day today? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. On the road. Robert, roll me a d20.
Let's go.
Well, nothing happens. So you guys
So weird.
make your. I know it's dumb. You make your way to Conyberry, which is the town.
Can we get a weather check?
Sure. Go ahead and roll me. Hang on. I'll get you a weather check. Give me 1 sec.
Oh, he'll get you a weather
Oh, I'll
check.
get you a weather check.
You're gonna
Get you.
You're gonna get some atmosphere.
Go ahead and roll me a d10, please.
9.
Cool. It's raining.
Oh.
It's just like the clouds are starting to roll in. It's early morning. You can see it on the horizon as you're heading towards Conyberry. Right as you get there, it's just whoosh, downpour.
I have my my red brand poncho on over myself, and I've let Pickles go up and underneath the hood. He's hanging out on the side, so it's just his little tail that's hanging out, that's getting wet.
Sorry, I'm sure it's raining. It's not a full-blown downpour because they actually have rules for downpours. So it is it is rain, consistent rain, but not what one could officially call a downpour.
How the fields need it, I know that, but why did I have to pick the day we were traveling?
Gable has the hood of the cloak up, but even still, the rainwater, like he's got the hood's got 2 little points, up above from below. But even still, there was enough water that got in his fur. He looked like pretty filled out, right? He had some like puffy cheeks, but the moment he gets wet, all of it just sinks down. So he's got this wet beard looking scraggly hair, and you see just how skinny and lithe he is as he glares at anything.
Having a time. She's loving us.
Yeah. All right. Well, as you enter Conyberry, I do actually have some box texts. The forest grows dark. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Is that Agatha's thing? Yeah. Okay. So, town of Conyberry has been abandoned for years and lies in ruin. While the Tribor Trail, as you can clearly see, runs through Conyberry, it is primarily just ruins and kind of ramshackle things. There are some like semblances of buildings, but nobody present that you can see. So you basically have the opportunity to head over to Agatha's lair or down over to Old Owl Well. Your choice.
Well, the well was the original plan. That makes sense to me. I think if we were going to go to a Banshee's lair, I'd like to do it on a nice sunny day, noonish.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I like that plan.
Works for me.
Okay. So Old Owl Well, it is.
All right.
All right. You guys can. It's just a little bit longer here. Continue your way down, and then as you crest a low ridge, you spy the crumbling ruins of an old watchtower and mounds of rubble enclosing a courtyard amid the rugged hills. A colorful tent sits in the middle of the courtyard, but no one is in sight. And we can go ahead and send you guys on the map here to Old Owl Well. And I guess I should drop some tokens on here because just in case.
About to be the full ass Alwell.
So we're gonna, yeah, go ahead and move your characters. I've got pan selected, so it's only moving the map and not characters. Perfect. So that is what you see.
MULB.
Thoughts?
Oh, well, I suppose can we see anything with this big colorful tent here?
Well, especially because of where you placed yourself, no, because you're on the other side of the opening of the tent.
That's
So
fair. I figure based on the other map that we would approach from the north.
makes
'cause-
sense. No, you're
Alright.
right. It makes perfect sense.
You
So
guys want me to go check it out first?
Well, we could all try to sneak over. I mean, it's raining pretty good. There should be some cover for that.
Okay.
Um,
Probably loud in there.
this is true. I could sneak up and report back with Soot if you'd like. I have a feeling Soot and I are the more quiet variety.
Oh, I'm very hush hush.
I'm not very quiet.
Well,
I was just gonna walk up.
That is her MO. She walks up, she's different looking, and then she, I don't know, mingles.
Pickles, keep an eye out for us, because I'm gonna take him off my shoulder and I'm gonna put him in one of the side saddle bags
sure.
and lay it over where he's looking out the side flap. You just see those two little yellow eyes that are peering out, looking
Yeah.
back and forth.
All right. So the plan is for you to move up, huh? That's it.
Unless you guys want to sneak, so we'll just walk up.
I'll sneak just so we have some sort of stealthy backup, just in case.
Okay.
Okay. So when you get
I'm gonna look at Bishop
Mhm.
before we start going up, and I go, if you can help an old man out here, I've got a little bit of mental fog this morning. Exactly what are we doing at the old Howell again?
Sure, yeah. No, this is what the ghouls, right? This is the tower with the ghouls.
so you believe
We expect.
yeah.
Oh God! He slaps himself a little bit. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes, yes. Remember Darren Edomath? We're trying to get you those boots, those magic boots.
This
so
is
you
right.
can-
This is right. Sorry, I've been a little bit off the last couple of days here. It's okay.
No. Yeah. Well, you take a break for a little bit, and you were doing a lot of work out in Darren Edomath Orchard. I guess you must have just plumb forgot.
I'm not the one that got exploded.
Hey, well,
And you
what?
can
That's
still
true.
keep it together.
Well,
Admirable quality.
a tactical mind for sure.
All right.
I would also like to. I'm gonna give you a slap on the back, and I'm gonna say, all right, I'm gonna sneak up.
All right. So at that point where you're at, why don't you give me a perception check, please?
Of order at the very beginning of each day, I
Mhm.
do two things,
Sure.
and that's create my 10 good
Good
berries, and I cast aid on the party.
That makes
So-
sense. We talked about that last time. So everybody was at 5 hit points.
Yes, everybody gets extra 5 hit points.
Yeah, 5
And,
maximum, and then you heal that 5. So consider yourself 5 hit points higher than you're currently at.
We all have you all have 3 good berries.
All right.
Or no,
Oh,
we have that's bad math.
No.
2 of us have 2. 2 of us have 3.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's right. Or they each have 3 and you only have 1.
Bishop, you definitely are in the 3 category. I will hold the other 3. Gable and Set have 2 each.
I
All
get
right.
my ass kicked.
Cool. So with your 5, you're good. You don't
Looks good.
you know what? It's raining. It's hard to see or smell things in the rain.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, go ahead and continue moving there. Let's see. Oh yeah, what do I have? 2 of these open? What's that one? Oh, oops, I closed the wrong one. Sorry, internet. There we go. Okay, so when you get over there, hang on.
Mhm.
Now I have to tell you some things.
Ooh.
Okay.
you see, now that you're in this particular area, as you kind of were coming around the corner, some things happen. Let me get them for you. Hang on. Let's see. We've got him over here.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
whoa,
Oh my god.
whoa.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Ted, you said 1 to 20, and that's a lot of them.
Don't
There's-
worry. One
there's-
of us has fireball, right?
Don't drink the water.
We have that scroll of
Drink the
fireball.
water.
There is 12 of them.
I think I'm gonna go get me a ladle and see how this works out.
Sorry, chat. It doesn't update automatically for you for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, well, that's annoying. Window capture. Why are you being so dumb?
What the hell?
Or
You
else.
guys see Soot stop, and she like takes a step back, and she's like,
So yeah, you see come inside that tower and starting to shamble their way towards you, you see 12 zombies. Now with the even though there's the rain, you can now smell that smell of undeath that you couldn't smell before. So
Gable doesn't
they're
think
just
that's-
like and just kind of making their way towards you, like slowly shambling as zombies want to do. What would you like to do?
She motions to the rest of the. She does the second counts all of them and says 1, 2, and then does the zombie motion. And she kind of rubs her hands together. Can I peek in the tent?
Yes, you can. You
I'll
peek-
lean towards Gable and say, "Good, there's only 3 of them."
Ah, good.
You see inside
Easy.
the tent, you see the back of the. You should see that there's like there are different accoutrement around the tent, a bed. There's bookshelf and things, and then there's like sort of like a table with like candelabra and a couple other things, and you see the back of somebody that's kind of like steeped over in what looks like possibly a book or something. He's very clearly a mage style, like robes. They are red.
The zombies see me, yes?
Yeah, they seem, or
Yeah, 'cause
maybe
I-
they didn't
well, I
see
wasn't
you.
sneaking.
They didn't. You weren't sneaking, and also it
No.
may be more of a presence of the living
Uh-huh.
kind of
Yeah.
a thing. And they are
She-
like you can like as the foot drag is happening as they all are like filtering out. Also, I mean, again, it is pouring. It is pouring rain. There's mud. They're kind of sloshing through it, squelching as their feet drag along here.
Ugh.
And
yeah.
you've seen this movie before. You know how this goes.
Well,
What would
The
you
only
like to
thing
do?
worse than a zombie is a wet zombie.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, let's go, chat. I'm going to summon my wildfire spirit.
Okay, where are you going to summon it? Because remember, when it comes in, it also
Yeah.
does damage.
Exactly, and I was just looking to see
Burn that
within
fucking
30
tent
feet.
down.
So 5, 10, 15.
I'm moving in on the
30.
zombies, I suppose.
Right by this. Oh, I moved the whole thing. By this one, I'm shaking right now.
Yeah, is there a ping? Is there a ping feature? I forget.
Not on here.
What are you doing, D&D Beyond? Why
There's
don't you?
point.
I'm gonna here. I will draw. There
Oh
you
yeah,
go.
look at that.
Oh,
Okay. So we'll go ahead and I think you guys able to spawn in stuff or no?
There's a token browser that we do have access to.
All right, we'll just grab.
Players, companions, that sort of thing.
Can we shrink this down?
Jesus.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to.
It's a hell of a
we can.
wildfire spirit.
All right. Yeah, let's just grab. Oh, here, we'll grab this. Here, this can be your wildfire spirit, so you can move that around.
okay.
So place that where you want it.
Okay.
All right.
Hello, little friend. Okay. No, that's not I'm reading the whole thing.
Just choose
Oh, I
to
got
yeah, token.
Got it.
Yeah, you got it.
Right there.
All right, and remind me what it gets summoned in, and then like they have to make a check. I don't remember what it is.
Yes, it's a
Probably Dex.
dexterity saving throw.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
14.
Okay. Cool.
And
That's
they're going to
and it's within everybody within 10 feet.
10 feet. Yep.
All right. So that's a lot of them. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 12 will get hit with this. So they all failed. Go ahead
Oh,
and
good.
roll your
They
damage.
take 10 damage.
10
fire damage.
10 fire damage. All right.
Oh.
2d6, baby.
Do it.
Okay. All right. So,
Like, Gable, you're behind me, right?
Yes.
Okay. You just
So-
kind of see her rub her hands together and then, like, do a gesture, and a little flame comes out of her hand and then explodes over there into this little flamey spirit.
Did Randy Orton cast that? I
let
love it.
me go ahead and write down.
I'm acting out motions with a camera that's not here, by the way.
It's all good.
This is how my Tuesday session went as well.
All right, so that is okay. So that is all of the damage. So that goes off. That's your action, right? To do that.
Yep.
So before we roll initiative, that happens, and they're all like, ah! And now they're like, ah, on fire, and the rain puts it out. You hear like tussling as coming out of the tent is this mage. And he is in long red robes. His head is shaved, clean shaven. He has tattoos adorning his skull. And he says, "What is the meaning of this?"
Look out, they're zombies.
He says, "I know they're zombies. They're mine."
They're fine.
And he like looks over at them and he's like, "Clearly not."
I am so sorry. Zombies are normally not a good thing. Right?
You guys can all make so there's 2 separate checks. We've got Arcana and History.
All right.
So
Anna it is.
all right.
Arcana 18.
Okay.
History
That's-
16.
Great.
That's natural 1 on Arcana.
So for Arcana,
You're just mad because you're wet.
you would recognize that his tattoo that's on his forehead is a necromantic symbol.
Mm-hmm.
And Bronson, with your history check, his garb, his demeanor, his zombies, you would place this man squarely as a red wizard of Thay.
And would he know that those are not good?
You would know the general history of Thay. Like, no, everybody knows they're not like Thayans aren't the best people.
Okay. Oh
The
no,
hell
he's a
is he doing
necromancer.
here?
That's not good.
And he says, "Well, good is a matter of opinion."
I agree with
I-
that statement.
My opinion is that it's bad.
And he kind of like gestures, and the zombies like stop moving, and he's like, "I'm so sorry. My friends are meant to attack people that come upon me unawares. Please, let's. What brings you to my little site?" And he kind of gestures at like his little. It kind of almost like now looking at the tent, and it almost looks like an archaeology sort of like expedition site. Like he's kind of like set up his little tent here to possibly do some research or something.
Let's cut the fat
Well,
thing. What the hell's going on here?
Well, I'm here on business. What brings you here? Are you looking? I said, I have some information about the area. I'd be more than willing to strike up a deal. You leave me to my work, and I can perhaps provide you for information on things you might be interested in.
well, we heard that there were some ghouls up here that needed clearing out.
Perhaps that was a miss. They are just mere zombies. There are no ghouls, just zombies. Perhaps that was the imagination of a overzealous townsperson. Just zombies, purely under my control, as you can see.
Yeah.
He shuffles them back into the tower.
She looks to the group.
So
Harley
please,
goes,
is there something, information you might need? perhaps there's something I can help you with, and then perhaps we can, like I said, strike up some sort of an accord. I mean you no harm. I'm purely here doing research.
Can I roll an insight check on that
I
statement?
would also love to. That catch on research
that
is
was
like,
specifically what I was waiting for.
Yeah, go ahead.
research. Now, what is, let's see.
That is a 22 for me.
That's a 5. It's like, oh, well, a magician should do research. It's important to understand the universe as a whole. I totally agree. I can't
Correct.
roll insight. This whole campaign.
So, with your insight check, Bishop, it's not that he is lying, because
I
he
rolled a
is.
5.
Sorry, Bishop. I meant Gable. Bishop,
Okay.
you believe everything he says. He's
Of
just he's a
course.
wizard here doing research.
Wizard's got a whiz.
Yeah, right, exactly. So Gable, yeah, he seemingly is here for research. Most people don't take kindly to necromancy in general, and Thayans have like a clear negative connotation to who they are. But I think he's also like, there's 4 of you. There is 1 of him. So he's being a little cagey isn't the right word, but he's trying to be mindful of how he speaks so as to not set everybody off the handle. But he is truly seemingly doing some form of research. But he also has, 12 zombies under his control. So like,
Why don't we start with you explaining what research you're doing?
well, are you particularly knowledgeable in the world of necromancy?
I'm what they call someone that you can put in any setting and understand things quite clearly. So please, regale me.
Yes, I agree. It's very interesting to me.
I'm quite curious, actually.
Well, if you must know, I am very curious about the person who built this tower. I believe it was a wizard. I believe this was once a wizard's tower at some point in history. I've been trying to dig through the rubble or have my friends do the digging. I'm more of a book learner type. They're
of course.
more suited for, and you actually see that, like, as he's saying this, they are like digging through the dirt and like moving rocks, like
one of their arms falls off and the other just keeps digging.
Yeah, exactly.
Picks up the arm and starts shoveling with it.
I want to know one thing.
Yes.
What graveyard did you plunder?
What do you mean?
Nothing's free. Where'd you make your zombies?
Oh, I see. Well, some of them came with me. We came a long way. Thay is not a short trip from here.
I don't care about the sum.
All right, well,
Where'd you pick up the others at?
Some of them were gathered along the way. Honestly, some of these are from, and you could kind of see semblance of them, that some of them might be orc in their, like, what they were before they started to have skin slough off and become zombies. He says, honestly, there are these marauders over by, I'm not sure how familiar you are with the region. There's an area known as Wyvern Tor. I don't particularly like them. There's a group of goblins and bugbears and orcs and things. And I encountered some of them on my way here, dispatched some of them, and brought the remainders that I could along with me. In fact, honestly, if you would be so kind to just get rid of them, that would be great. I feel like at some point they're going to come and cause me trouble, and I just want to do my research.
You're full of shit, Thayan.
No, I'm not getting any bullshit, as you.
Oh,
love
I
to
don't.
say.
I make as many zombies as I wanted. You can take them off my hands. You obviously need them for the labor of what you're doing here.
I think he was talking about the orcs. That we go kill the orcs and stuff.
Yeah. No, that's what I meant. Like, if you could get rid of the orcs, that would be. I don't know
Super good.
Yeah, I mean that helps everybody. They don't come bother me. I don't have to lose more zombies in the process. It's
What in broad terms, not specifically, what information do you have on offer?
Well, I don't know if you're familiar with there's a banshee nearby. I don't know if you're
Mhm.
familiar about that, but
That's interesting.
I was wondering so the uncertain kinds of undead, those that have more sentience to them, don't
Mhm.
take kindly to necromancers. They feel like we're going to try to control them and the whole thing. So I can't speak to her, but I did know that. I mean, I don't know if you're interested in going to visit a banshee, but if you could probably ask her who built this tower, she might know. And I've heard that those orcs, the Wyvern Tour, that whole group, they kept talking about a castle. Does that sound interesting to you?
These are all very non-specific things.
You
to
told
me.
me to be non-specific.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
I'm
That's a
following.
very, very good point. Can't argue with that, Gable. I think he's
Oh,
doing
that got me.
exactly what I said, and I rolled a 5 on the D20. I'm just like, this guy. Look at him. He's a regular human.
That
Just
got me.
doing stuff. Necromancy's a type of magic. We use it sometimes. I got a little talking frog for speaking of dead people.
Okay, so you're not gonna hurt anybody while you're here, right? Unless they come attack you?
That's the plan. I just want to know more about this tower.
I rolled a 24 on my insight.
Sure. Honestly, he clearly wants no trouble with a lot of you. He doesn't want to lose zombies. He does truly seem like he would love for you to kill all the orcs over at Wyvern Tor.
Sure, everybody would.
He doesn't know that, but he would love it if you'd go ask Agatha the name of the wizard who built this tower. And he might have more information about this castle, potentially. But he was told to give non-specific terms, so that's what he did.
Well, he said it was like a trade of information, so I was trying to be
Yeah, no, I got it.
non-aggressive towards it.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
to Bishop, no problem. Perhaps we could come inside your tent and have a quick cup of tea.
I mean, do you have tea? I don't really have
I
any.
do.
It's well, then by all means, come out of this rain.
Mm.
And he invites you into his wizard tent.
I am not walking in that tent.
Fair.
Before
yeah.
Before Soot walks in, I will cast protection from evil and good
Okay.
on Soot. Just in case.
Okay.
Thanks. Are you sure you want to stay out here in the rain?
I'm gonna stay at the doorway where I can hear, and I got my poncho.
Don't catch a cold.
All right. Inside, you can see again. It's definitely like a traveling suite of things, right? He's got a cot, a chair, writing desk, supplies. There's a chest with some, presumably clothes in it. He's got a little like jeweled box on his writing desk. That's about it.
All right. I'll stoke up a fire and start making tea.
He's
I mean, I got no problem. So, how about this castle? I'll pull out my map and be like, do you know where on the map it might be?
Perhaps.
Um,
Are we striking up an accord? Is that a thing we're going to do?
I mean, we
I
are
have no
sitting in your
problems.
tent.
All right,
preparing
all right,
to
all
drink
right.
some tea.
Okay. Well, then.
You're just digging out a tower as long as you stay away from populated areas such as Phandelver, and we don't catch you with new zombies of, let's say, townsfolk. Then you're just a man doing your work here out in the middle of nowhere, 60 miles from anywhere, as far as I'm concerned.
Sure.
Bronson's going to be giving Bishop the 500-yard stare.
I'm just making tea, dude. I'm so oblivious to this right now.
What are the words coming out of your mouth right now?
He says, those, I can tell you for sure, these orcs and marauders by Wyvern Tor, they keep speaking of a Cragmaw castle. I don't
Yes,
know
indeed.
what that is, but I believe from what they said and the location that they were coming from, it seems that from here, I would say that was to the northwest. They mentioned that it was in the Neverwinter Woods somewhere. So, and I assume that it's not anywhere near Agatha's lair, which is almost directly due north of us here. So I imagine it's somewhere to the west.
Very well. Hey, what's your name, sir?
My name is Hamun.
I imagine Thayan.
Yes.
Very well. My name is Bishop, and I'll pour tea at this point.
He's like, well, this is unexpected, but not unwelcome.
What about this tower has your interest?
Well, as I've said, I believe that it's created by a wizard. And there's not a lot of history of, in this particular region of, if a wizard's able to generate or build a tower, usually they're of some renown, some degree of power.
Certainly.
But there's nothing that immediately comes to, or at least to my knowledge, of powerful wizards in this particular region. So that leads me to believe that whatever it is very old.
And you're just the archaeologist of the Thayans.
One of several. And he says, and honestly, he like looks around, you know, there's just you guys, and then like Bishop giving him the death stare from, or not Bishop, Bronson giving the death stare from the doorway. He goes, I believe that this wizard may be so old as to be tied to Netheril.
Oh, yes. Is that the one with the floating cities?
Yes, that is the one with the floating cities.
I knew it. I keep getting that confused with the Broshan Empire.
Oh, those are very different things.
Well, it is good to have somebody with just informed on it. Please tell us what you know of the Netheril, because as far as I remember, either one made the aqueducts and one had the floating cities.
Yes. Well, Netheril is I'm very much enjoying all of your company. I don't want to keep you from anything you have.
Please.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
I got my cloak hung up at this point, so it's drying out.
All right. Well, then sit down and get comfortable. Let me tell you the tale of the world of Netheril.
Oh, Bronson, come on in here. Hamun is our good friend.
I'm fine.
I'll bring him out tea.
All right.
Just let the rain fill up the cup slowly till it's overflowing. Just holding on to it. It's just
Bronson,
steaming in front of me.
You're gonna catch the flu out there.
Hi,
I think I already caught something.
Gable is going to curl up next to Hamun.
Sure.
And sort of bunch himself up like a cat and lower his hood and everything and get a little cozy.
All right.
Sits next to the fire.
Yeah.
So he will go on to tell you all about the ancient magicratic society that was Netheril. It existed a long, long time before. He mentions that again, they did live in flying enclaves that were miles above the surface of Faerun. But again, for those who aren't familiar with Netheril, think like libraries of Alexandria, like tons of knowledge. But they also brought in it was big, like art renaissance, tons of awesome power and growth and societal. Everything was. It was very much like almost like a arcane paradise, if you will. However, they discovered there was the Nether Scrolls, which were ancient documents with ancient magic that helped them do all sorts of different things. But basically, they were so steeped in magic and the arcane that they kind of fell into that what is now considered a classic wizard's folly, but really probably wasn't prior to Netheril. Netheril was kind of a prototypical version of that, of just wanting more power. And they were trying to basically unearth the divinity of magic itself, and basically in the process ended up destroying magic entirely for a time. The fall of Netheril it's just like one of the most common stories of just the destruction of an entire kind of empire falling. But basically, yeah, they several of the enclaves fell. Some were pulled into the Shadowfell. There was like a whole aspect that is tons of horrible things had happened all because of this. Mistra ended up saving some of the enclaves from this because she was a newly ascended goddess. We're talking old school time frames here, right? So this is a long time ago. And then again, prior to you guys, at one point, Shar led to the whole thing where she brought back the one that was pulled from the Shadowfell back to Faerun, and that led to the whole introduction of the Sharan Empire. And it's a whole thing. So he can go on and talk to you more about specifics of different high enclaves and different wizards and things that were involved. But basically, yeah, they got real greedy. And as such, they brought their entire empire crashing down, quite literally from the sky. And that is basically, it's up there with with Karsus's Folly as like really bad time wizards tried to do too much. So he's like, yeah, that's the history of Netheril in so many words.
So
Elucidating.
you believe purely because this is an old tower that it could have a connection to Netheril?
I know more than just that. And now that you're very interested, he's like, his geek is coming out. He's nerding out about a lot of this. He's like, look. And he runs over to that jeweled box and he pulls forth a ring. And he goes, this ring. And he shows you there's engravings and things on the side of the ring. It is made from a single piece of green glass. And he says, this ring, these symbols, these are Netherese symbols. I excavated this from this tower. This is ring of protection. Rings of protection are not an uncommon form of magic that are still found about the worlds of Faerun. But this, it does even more so than just this typical ring of protection. It has some magics that I've never seen before that whatever hand it's placed on, it provides benefits to preventing things from being dropped or disarmed. This sort of magic never existed as far as I know. So the symbols, the extra level of magical properties within it, I have to believe there's more here to find and unearth. And just think of what we could learn from what remnants we might find here.
Whoa.
Well, that is quite exciting.
I know.
Question for the DM.
Yeah.
Does he close the box and turn his back to put it back where it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
He like goes, yeah, and he goes like puts it in the box.
Gable goes,
Wow, well, that is just so exciting. Oh.
All right, go ahead and I guess roll for initiative.
alrighty.
I don't know if I'm even gonna need to bother making it, but go ahead and roll.
I'm so caught off guard. This is a surprise round for me. 24, natural 20 on my initiative.
Damn. I only got an 11 on mine.
All right.
I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, can I get advantage on my initiative?
Eh? You want to give us advantage?
Well,
Since I've been ready to rock at this front door.
well, he is clearly like he's not going to get a chance to go because it's very clearly a surprise round for him. I'm just trying to get the order, so his turn's going to get skipped no matter what.
It's okay. I'm going to take my first anyway with a 6. I
Okay.
rolled and got a 4, so it's cool. Don't worry about it.
Soot?
I got a 12.
12, and then he got should rolled pretty well, but I don't think it's gonna matter. So yeah, he turns around, and actually, he's got health, surprisingly. All right. Yeah, Bishop, you're saying you're surprised here?
I feel.
You
very
feel surprised? All right.
With my 5 insight from before, it feels unreasonable to be like sipping tea and being like, "Wow, well, those Netherese. What a damn."
Go
I'd be
ahead
like,
and,
I'm gonna go first.
Go ahead, Gable, and make your attack here.
Will I get
With advantage, yeah.
Good, yes.
That is, where's my number? 18.
That hits.
Okay.
Go ahead and
So
roll. It'll have sneak attack
2.
because you have advantage.
You
on the
sound
roll.
so enthusiastic. It's infectious.
It's fine. Go ahead.
It's fine, guys. Whatever. I will just make sure. I think it's 2d6. Yes, it is. 4,
Get him.
8. That is 12 points of damage,
All right.
and that is with the sneak attack.
Okay.
And given, you know what? He's
No.
gonna bonus action. Actually, maybe not.
Okay.
Sorry, give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, you know what? He's gonna stay right next to the dude.
All
There's no
right.
point in him backing off. So yeah, he's gonna stab and then just stay in place.
Soot, you see this? He got stabbed. What's your move?
I'm gonna take stock of what's happening. Bishop, what is Bishop?
So Bishop's not doing anything. I'm gonna say.
I just spit out my tea.
I say Gable stabs him, and Bronson, I know you've been itching for this, so I'm gonna say while you're taking stock, so what are you doing, Bronson? What's your move?
I am casting spiritual weapon.
All right, right next to him, I assume.
Yes.
All right, that's your bonus action. It makes an attack, so go ahead and make your spiritual weapon attack.
Ooh, it's a 9.
Wow, he manages to not get. He can't react. He can't cast shield. He can't do anything. He's surprised. So unfortunately, the spiritual weapon misses. But that was your bonus action. What would you like to do as your action?
I will fire off a guiding bolt.
Sure.
Since I'm across the tent.
Let's go for it. Sure.
Come on, guiding bolt. 24.
That hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That's so glass half empty right now.
14 points of radiant damage.
All right. Soot. You see Gable stab him in the back. Bronson summon a weapon and shoot a blast of radiant energy at him. What would you like to do? And he's just like, ah! Like, fall. Your wildfire spirit is still out amidst the zombies at the moment.
I know. I think Sid is very confused by what's happening right now. Does not like the situation. And she's just kind of gonna stand up and guys, what the fuck? And she's gonna step back and step out of the tent.
Okay.
She doesn't really want any part of this.
All right, that's fine. Listen, we're making choices. Party is making choices. Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to bring my spirit to me.
Okay. All right, and I guess top of the round, Bishop.
Oh, well, I spit out my tea. I stand up. I say, "Oh."
He
Tell me. first.
he turns around and he's just like, as he coughs up blood, and he looks at you, Bishop. His tea. He spilled tea on his robes.
Oh.
He still has the teacup in hand.
Not the tea.
Damn you, Ted.
I know what I'm doing.
Oh.
And he's just like, why?
Well, probably because you're a red wizard of Thay. Lee, that's not good. I'm sorry, Hamoon. I can't.
And he goes, I don't even know you.
I don't even know who you are.
Well, you're right. You never even asked our names. And I stab him. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Lathander Christ. Oh, this is not good. This is bad. But I'm going to do it with advantage from Guiding Bolt, of course.
Yeah.
All right. 19 on the die for 26.
Yeah, that'll hit. Can't shield past that.
No. I suppose he couldn't. Okay. Well, as I pull my rapier and it lights up bright because there's undead, I'm like, oh yes, of course. This is not a good thing. And I will cast a first level smite on
Jesus.
Confirm the kill.
This
Yeah.
poor man.
him. Hamoon, this is the thing is I'm sorry. I am going to deal 23 damage.
He's like, he coughs blood on you.
Ugh.
And he's like, and he is like, he is in a real bad spot.
That
He's
is
like-
fair.
And he's like, and he puts his hand on your shoulder as you like pull the rapier, and he's like,
Mhm.
I thought what we had was special, Jake.
Of course.
Oh, he calls out the player name.
Yeah, because it's a Jake special, and he's got 1 health left. And he goes, well, I'm sorry it had to come to this. And he kind of goes like, this hand is like swirling,
Mhm.
and you watch as the sort of blood on his body and the sort of moisture in the air begins to like crystallize into ice. And then from his hand, a sort of cone of cold energy
Mhm.
just, and I would like everybody to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
That's fair and reasonable.
Actually, where were you? So you were outside. Where were you placed at
I
this?
moved behind Bronson.
All right. Well, then go ahead and still make your save.
Okay, does my spirit need to?
No, the spirit would. I'm assuming just based on placement. You said it was next to you. If it's
Yeah, he's
like-
kind of behind me.
all right, so I think he'll be okay.
Okay.
12.
Get
okay.
11.
17.
His save is what? His save is
Be really cool if it was like 8. Just saying.
14. Is his save.
That's cool.
All right. So I wasn't keeping track of who failed, but if you failed, you know the number. Here we go.
Dangerous game. I look at Gable and Bronson. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
It's in the middle of combat, and he's just like, he's a wizard of Thay. He's a necromancer. What did you expect?
So I rolled like crap on
Oh,
this,
good.
just so you know. So that's 27 points of cold damage to anybody who failed.
Okay, that is not nice because now I'm down.
I rolled a 27
Half
on
as
8
much on-
on 8d8. I rolled a 27.
half as much on
Wow.
a save.
Half as much
Yep.
on a save. Yeah, I rolled like garbage.
13.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So if my max HP is 6,
No, you're
with
fine.
aid. Okay,
You'd
okay.
have to be at your 0 and then your max.
Good.
Beyond.
Got it. Okay, we're good.
Yeah. That was so bad. Like Just-
Oh yeah, just the worst.
I mean, yeah. Well, you know what? Out of curiosity, I'm gonna go to D&D Beyond real quick and just see what I would have rolled if I rolled on D&D Beyond.
What is it? 8d8?
Yeah,
Oh,
44. Yeah, that would have been a lot
Yeah.
more. I would have put in almost everybody down.
Ooh, all been ice cubes.
But after him is Soot.
Oh, man. I
What?
should have reminded that. But, somebody had advantage.
No,
They use it.
Oh, they use it? Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What was your other roll, Jake? Do you remember? Other than knights?
I rolled a 1 and a 19.
Oh, so
Okay.
very useful, no less,
Good.
to say the least.
Yes. No. I took it. I rolled the d20 Ted gave me and mine, and I'll let you guess which one's rolled what.
So Soot, this guy is coughing. He set everybody on ice. The zombies start shambling towards you guys.
Soot, well, I guess Gable is the only one who would notice this, but she says enough, and she casts Scorching Ray
Okay,
at him.
sure. Go ahead and make your scorchies.
Scorchies.
Yeah, I said what I said.
Scorchies.
That's a 12.
He will shield the first one. So go ahead and make your next two. Ugh,
Less.
Jesus.
Come on. I'm gonna roll real
Believe
dice.
Believe in the
bullshit.
Scorchies.
It's 22.
That hits. He had 1 health. He turns
Flames
into
erupt from her hand, and just the fire singes her hands black as she moves forward into the tent, and she's gonna like shoulder check Bronson as she moves past him, and like watches the red wizard's robes go up.
Yeah, and he very clearly he turns into biochar, which is great for planting.
Yeah.
As we know. That's one of her
See, there's a
trinkets.
positive spin.
And you know, that's one of the great trinkets that she's
Okay.
got. And he's just like and you watch as he burns Bishop the tea in his cup that had turned to ice now melts, and he drops to the ground, and it spills. It settles into the soil.
I'm gonna move my spirit over here in case the zombies come.
They, for anybody who can see the zombies at this point, like they seem to like they're not like they're like no longer under compulsion, so now they're just kind of wandering aimlessly, if that makes sense. So they're like they're kind of making their way to you guys are the food source. They're making their way towards you, and Bronson, you're kind of on the outside, so you can see that they're all heading your way. But they're not under compulsion to do anything specific. They're just kind of errant zombies now.
I'll use. Oh, I can't. Never mind.
Well, we can momentarily come out of combat. If you guys are planning to just kill the zombies, I don't think I need to make you roll for that. There's enough of you and enough time that you can probably just off them, which I assume you're going to do.
Just putting the fire elemental at the door, like
Yeah,
they're
just
gonna,
Choke.
yeah, yeah. They're just gonna walk right through it and die. So, all right.
as much as I'd love to see Ted roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 zombie reanimation rolls over and over again through this fire.
Oh, you only did 9. Now he comes back up.
He's back
Yeah.
up. Oh, he's down again.
Yeah.
Tune in for a bonus 3-hour stream where we play out that combat.
Yeah. Well, you have killed Hamoon.
Damn. All right.
I cast Cure Wounds on Gable.
You're brought back. You have a level of exhaustion, sir, for hitting 0.
For 11, but as she does, you see Soot you wake up and Soot's hand is around your throat, and her eyes are very dark. Her hair is fire red, and she just says, "What the fuck was that?"
There you are.
No, seriously, man.
Necromancers are trouble. I don't care how many you've interacted with that seem nice, but sooner or later, problems follow.
The problem we have is you.
Oh, Really? Because I believe that I just landed you all a very priceless artifact that could very well have come from Netheril. So, you can either kill me and then have that on your conscience, or you can understand that I am doing what I can to preserve you. Your choice. But I will say, it is nice actually meeting Soot.
You see her eyes blink for a second, and they kind of turn back to her normal coloring, and she kind of just looks at you and says, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?"
Oh, even better. I'm so sorry. The wizard, he froze me to death. I don't know what happened.
And she kind of looks around and sees all the ice. I remember that. Are you guys okay?
Cold, chilly, unnerved. Oh, fudge. Oh no. Okay. All right. I imagine I'm gonna go out and deal with those zombies off screen for a minute. I'll put my hand on Such shoulder as I walk out, and I'll say, "Good job. It's good to see you back."
Thanks.
Hey. Fuck. I don't even know. I'm not super down for murder. This is several times now. And I'll just I'll go stab zombies over the fire elemental's shoulder.
Point of order for Soot.
Mhm.
What did it look like when that interaction just happened while protection from good and evil was on you?
Ooh.
Hang on. Let's protection from good and evil.
It's in the chat.
Oh, is it? My bad.
Yep.
Is it? Sorry. Which chat? I'm in a million chats.
Discord, our Discord.
Okay, Jesus. Oh, there it is.
Lathander Christ.
Bernadette Christ.
Bernadette.
Well, given the nature of the way things are and the way that spell is written, I'm gonna say there's nothing. There was no, well, nothing seems to happen, out of the ordinary from your perspective there, Bronson. So far so good.
Just
Kinda-
Soot giving out 5-finger necklaces.
Sometimes people get a little angry. Sometimes they stab some guy in the back, and all he wanted was some tea.
Sit's gonna go over to the tower and she's gonna look at Bronson as she goes and just make sure that he's okay. Just kind of brush off some of the ice from him and give him a smile, and then head back over to the tower and start to burnate with her guys.
Burninating peasants.
Gable is going to stand up, approach the jeweled box, and then hand it to Bronson. And just say, "You and me are on the same wavelength here, right?" And I'll hand it to him.
Indeed.
All right. Well, inside the jewel box is said ring of protection. Going through the rest of his goods, I will tell you that he has a bag inside his chest of clothing, which has 35. Oh, you ready? Get your stuff ready.
I wasn't at all. Okay.
If the damage had been 44 instead of 27, it might have taken. Well, actually, I don't know, because half of that would have been.
It had taken Bronson down too. I'd have been up. Soot would have been too, just because we passed.
Mm-hmm. And what was your max hit points at the current? It was 26.
Yes, I had 26 when I took that.
So before the aid, it was 21.
Yes.
So that would have killed you outright if I rolled 44 points.
Yes, it absolutely would have.
Okay. All right, Jake, you ready?
I am.
In his chest of clothes is a leather bag that has 35 silver pieces,
Neat.
20 electrum pieces,
Yeah.
20 gold pieces, 5 platinum pieces,
Woo.
5 small agates worth 10 gold each,
For
a potion of healing, a spell scroll of darkness in a bone tube, and a tiny jeweled box. Oh, I'm sorry. The jeweled box itself that had the ring in it is worth 25 gold pieces.
Neat.
And yeah, this is a ring of protection that the wearer receives a +4 bonus to saving throws or checks made to avoid dropping or being disarmed of any item that's held in the hand wearing the ring.
Who is our lowest AC?
That's a good question.
Currently, I have a 19, so it is not me.
I am at
15.
18.
We got 16.
Now, could I do an Arcana check on this ring to see if like it seems cursed or anything? Perhaps.
Yeah,
if
we
it's
gotta do some due diligence on this bad boy.
for sure. Why was
Sure.
he not wearing it before?
Okay, go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
Probably like me, if I was an adventurer, I'd planned on it. Woke up that morning, shower, shaved, and then got stabbed in the back.
Oh, it would be good if I was better at this. 14.
I mean, he said it was a ring of protection.
Yes, I was wondering if like the Netherese overreach of power, like maybe
could
there's
curse.
corrupted or anything like
You
that.
don't think you've heard of anything like that?
Hey, Drew, put this ring on for a second.
Jesus, you guys.
Because
No,
Droop is
Droop will
totally
kill
with
us.
us, right?
Yeah.
Droop is with
No,
us.
he
Awesome.
stayed behind. You.
Droop, it's nice to see you again.
So, you, while you guys are all dealing with rings and all of that, Soot, while in burninating everything inside said tower, once kind of the whole area gets kind of caught on fire, you see for a moment as all the flames are kind of flickering there, and a sight that you've grown to love and see all of this. You watch as like momentarily that fire kind of shifts to like a purple color. It was very clearly orangey fire, like a regular fire is, and it kind of shifts to a purple only for a moment. Then it kind of works its way back to that orange color. And you son of a bitch, another trinket for Droop.
Well, we'll save it.
Yeah, I know. Anyway. Yeah, you get this sort of feeling, approval as you set fire to this. And like, you're not entirely sure why, but it feels good. Feels like you're doing something worth doing while this is happening. And yeah, you as you look at this fire that continues to burn there, which again looks like normal fire, you kind of, you're almost like a veil being lifted in front of your eyes. You can see that the fire burning here is magical now in some way that seems different, and it's odd because like you're looking at it and then you can kind of seemingly turn this on and off, and when you turn it on it's this glowing purple flames. Turn it off, it's kind of this orange normal looking fire. And you just, I don't know, you kind of feel an innate, just, you have a deeper understanding now of just flames in general, magical fire, for lack of a better term at the moment. Basically, you have the ability at will to turn on and off the ability to detect magic regarding any kind of magical fire of any kind.
Ooh.
And you have advantage on all Arcana checks related to any kind of fire-based magic.
Damn.
Dope. Wago.
I'll send that to you in a message so
Yep.
you have it. But yeah.
Cool. The fire isn't physically changing color though, right?
No, it's not. It is
Yeah.
still regular fire, but you know when you kind of turn that on that when you have the detect magic fire magic on, your wildfire spirit looks like a regular fire. Like orange fire, but this is purple for some reason.
Oh,
So yeah. That's a thing.
interesting.
Somewhere Droop finds himself a vial and says, "Huh, I don't know what the pool of sacred tears is, but this vial of water is definitely from it."
It's a vodka company.
Quick question for Bronson. How much does the Goodberry do again? I've got
4.
2 of them. 4 each? Okay. I'm just gonna eat those.
Actually, we'll be able to snag a short rest here, so we can
Oh,
get some hit die.
Yeah, and you know
That'll work
what?
for me.
Why don't we take just a quick break? I meant to do it earlier, but then we got embroiled in a random combat I wasn't expecting to be embroiled in.
I thought we were almost done.
come now, darling.
So yeah, why don't we take like a quick 5-ish minute break, let everybody get up and grab drinks or whatever else, while you guys in game take a short rest.
Sweet.
And, yeah, we will be right back, folks. All right, we are good. There we go. All right, and we're back, folks. Yeah, we murdered a guy.
He was
He
a
did.
Thayan and a bad person at heart.
I mean, he was definitely a thing. Hey, trinket for Soot. Go
Oh,
ahead.
thanks,
that.
guys.
Go ahead and roll me a percentile, please, Soot. Let's see how you do. Don't roll an 8.
81.
Okay. So bizarre. Okay. If and when you conjure bees, they appear by flying out of your mouth.
Oh, God.
Oh,
You were muted, but I don't know what you said. But
If I have infestation.
Yeah, like
all
this
right.
is bees.
What was that?
Bees.
What was that bee sound one more time, Ted?
You heard nope.
I thought it was great. I thought that was a great. Yes, good.
I assume after the zombie culling and everything, we're probably setting up camp at some point.
Well, we were
That's
just going to take a short rest and then I guess
Oh,
we'll
that's
true,
just
that's true, that's true.
leave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Soot's gonna take Bishop aside for a
Mhm.
second.
Yeah.
Happen again?
A little. But not. I don't know. What do you remember?
I remember getting hit by ice,
Mhm.
and then I was helping Gable up.
Okay. Well, it happened a little. Yeah. No, your hair went red, your eyes went black, and you finished off Hamoon, which I'm not thrilled about, but I understand what those guys. I don't know. I was seduced by his dulcet tones, or perhaps just don't enjoy that part of this work. But no, yeah, you finished the job and then brought our good friend Gable back, but you shook out of it pretty quick. But there was a moment where you were aggressive, but rightfully so. I mean, just to stab a man in the back with no warning is
Yeah, we're not okay with that, right?
I'm not super fine with it. I mean, I don't I don't know much about the Wizards of Thay. I know more about, the magic involved, but all the stories are bad news and, you know, 2 days away from a town of, 100 people. Now there's no more zombies to come raid the village, so that's good, but I don't know. How far do we let the ends justify the means?
Yeah. I don't know, like, not all necromancers are bad, right?
No, and some necromancy is good. I mean, some healing magics are necromancy in nature, I mean,
Mhm.
Sildar Hallwinter would never have a chance to be revived if it weren't for, necromancy. But that being said, Ted, can I make a history check on the Red Wizards of Thay?
Sure.
Why not, right? Because if I could be like, oh, I know a little bit about no, I got a 6. All the stories are that they're bad, but that doesn't mean this guy was bad. He was fine. He was drinking my tea, and now I only have 3 good teacups.
Yeah. I don't want to just go around killing everybody just because they could be bad, you know?
No, me neither. And I mean, look, we took Bronson and we turned him around on goblins. It's just, you know, baby steps, I suppose. I don't know. This one I did not enjoy.
Yeah. Should we talk to Gable about it?
I look over at the tent. I assume Gable's trying to spy on us.
Gable is fully allowing like everybody to have their moment. He
Okay.
is understanding, like, okay, I need to maybe rethink a couple things. So he's giving you guys some distance.
All right.
He's
Giving
being
us the space.
respectable.
I am performing ceremony on the ground while you guys are talking
Okay.
to make sure that the percentile of zombies from which the Thayan said came from the graveyards of the Tribor Trail, their final rites and resting place.
Sure.
Well, maybe we should talk to Bronson first and then see what his take on this whole thing is. I mean, raising the dead is back to people's good, but as zombies is maybe not so good. I don't know. So I'm just as confused here as you.
He looks busy. I'm sorry about your cup.
Oh, it's not. It's less about that, but I'll buy a new cup. I guess. Thank you. And then I don't know. I guess we just go back in. I don't want to go back in the tent, honestly. I guess I just sit down by the well. This must be the old owl well.
Oh, owl well.
Oh, owl well. Oh, well.
DM, when I consecrate the ground, is there, can I tell any difference with the well water if I go and I fetch some? Is there any kind of change that happens?
That is a great question. Let me pull up. I mean, I don't know how much of the water you were pulling up prior, but when you pull up the well water, it doesn't seem like poison. Whether it was good beforehand or not, it's good now. Less water. You touch. Okay, I'm just looking at ceremony real quick. Yeah. It doesn't it didn't seem like this area was like steeped in necromancy. It seemed like most of it was just the zombies was what was causing the issues and stuff. So but water
Either
now
way,
protected.
zombie runoff is probably
not what you want in the groundwater for sure.
And wizards put chemicals in water, turning the frogs gay.
We'll call him over.
Yeah, now that we've consecrated this place and given the last rites to some of the fine folks of the Tribor Trail that weren't given their final rest.
Well,
I feel a lot better now.
Their souls were already gone, right? Necromancy doesn't put the soul back in the body, so they were already at rest. Their bodies were just decaying.
Well, it wasn't their choice, though.
Yes.
At the heart of it, that's where things differ.
I don't know.
So there's a lot of cultures that treat death differently.
Yeah.
And by all means, they're left to believe what they want to believe. The folks here in Tribor Trails mostly like to rest. But at the heart of it, it's their choice. And these folks weren't given a choice. And I'd rather not see one of my loved ones in a situation of permanent labor for research for reasons that they would never know.
That's not unreasonable. It's just, to just jump a man and murder him.
If he'd been given the chance and had larger numbers, they'd have done the same.
But do we know that?
I mean,
I
he
mean,
had
he
larger
said-
numbers and then also had several chances.
The Red Wizards do not value life outside of the Arcana. We are but ants to them outside of their final conquest to control magic itself. And at the
That's-
heart of it, if you're so obsessed with controlling the weave, even more so than Mystra, that is a hunger that no one should possess. What they do isn't right. And while I may not have spent time inside of a Thayan enclave, I've seen enough to make my own opinions about these Red Wizards. And nothing has ever good come from it. So I'm glad we didn't strike up some deal. Who knows what kind of plot in-game this wizard has here, as I'll be dead honest with you. He's not hanging out in the Tribor Trail because the good people here are to visit the towns or because he's on vacation. And if we'd walked
Yes.
away, there'd been more zombies to replace the ones that were here.
Well, you're right, but the same could be said about our friend Gable over there. I mean, he certainly isn't on vacation, I worry that when a valuable object came out is when we struck, It's feels bad. And I know given your ways and your opinions that you would have been fine jumping in from the start. I just have a hard time stabbing a man in the back after having a cup of tea with him.
You were charmed once back in the old building, and you were charmed once again when we walked into the tent, Bishop.
Okay, but also Bronson, you didn't like Droop when we first met him. You didn't trust him, but he's okay. I mean, I don't know.
I
about
was
Red
more
Wizards.
trusting of Droop than I were the ones that clearly struck down lives out on the trail.
We don't know that. And I mean, I'm not saying I don't know anything about the Red Wizards, and I don't, you obviously do. But maybe there could have been a way that we could have sent him on his way, or, I am also uncomfortable with just stabbing people out of the blue. Like, there are other ways to take care of things like this. I'm not above killing things, obviously, but maybe we had to have this conversation before, and he didn't attack us, and he wasn't gonna attack us. Otherwise, he would have. I mean, he could have brought the
Oh,
zombies
he
into
would
the
have
tent.
definitely attacked us if he had had the chance. That I am certain of.
Well, certainty is a gift for some, I suppose.
These wizards don't value human life. And I promise you, the more that you find out, the less that you'll want to remember.
Then here's to not finding out, I hope. I'll drink some of the water from the well.
Okay. Good clean water. Not
Good clean
zombified.
water.
That old owl well.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Well.
You pair that with a little bit of sleepy owlbear. Ooh.
Yeah, it's good. It's a combo.
Nice.
While you guys have been talking over the hour or so,
Mm.
the rain has kind of worked its way down the remnants of the tower and has put out the conflagration that you created inside the tower there. So the fire has died out. However, if you flip on your little magic eyes, those purple flames are still there.
You guys see Sit kind of look past Bronson and stand up, tilt her head to the side and walk over to the tower again. She kind of puts her hand through the fire.
It's so again, you guys just see her stick her hand into nothing. There's nothing there.
Mhm.
It feels warm to you, and you just hear like a silky kind of voice in your head as you're kind of just like touching the purple flames, and it just says, "Good," and then it goes silent.
Can I see anything in the tower? Like anything on the ground?
There's just kind of the remnants. Mostly now it's soot from all the stuff you set on fire.
Oh, you.
I said what I said.
Am I going to catch on fire if I walk in these flames?
Your hand wasn't.
Okay. She'll step in.
You feel warm, but no, you're not like on fire.
Hey, that's weird. They don't move when I touch them or anything like that. They're just here.
They're kind of, they're moving like fire does, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Bishop,
Yeah.
do you see anything around me right now?
A lot of soot and ash, I guess.
There's the dead zombies. So some soot and ash. It's kind of sludgy. I don't know. I'll make my way over there. Can I make a perception check?
Sure.
Natural one.
Oh my god,
I slip, I
Buddy.
fall.
dude!
Oh my gosh, are you
Bronze-
okay?
Bronze's
Uh,
hammer hits you in the teeth
You
again.
don't know how it happened when he's across the room. It's all of a sudden,
Oh,
Spiritual weapon.
catch!
not again!
Oh,
No, I don't see anything. My wrist is okay, but I don't.
okay.
I'm
There's
sorry.
some
What
sort
do
of,
you what do you see?
There's some sort of like magical fire here.
Oh,
You don't see magical fire.
nope. No, that's beyond my ability to see.
Am I doing the thing right now?
No, no. Is she doing the thing right now, Ted?
Which thing are you attempting to do?
Is she?
No,
Is her
the
hair
black
red?
Oh,
and
eyes.
no, no,
eyes
no, you're not. You're not.
No, nope. Just normal right now. Everything's
Okay.
just normal. Bronson, Gable, come over here. We have a small mystery going on.
Gable will approach from inside the tent. Yes, what sort of mystery are we finding?
I'm currently standing in magical fire.
She's not.
But I don't see it.
I suppose, in a way, we all are standing in our own magical fire. I do see the message you are trying to deliver.
I feel like it's
yes.
a literal thing.
No, I can see it. Like I can see it with like it's like purple around me right now.
But I set fire to the rain.
Yeah,
watch
you got-
it pours and touched your face.
You guys know it's like the water has seeped into this. This tower doesn't have like a solid roof. Like
Yeah.
there was fire, but like the water has put all of the fire out. That's why there's ash everywhere.
There's not even smoke. It's
No, it's just damp and it smells like burnt like wet burnt flesh. It's actually pretty gross. But yeah.
That's what I meant.
To be
Yeah, I
honest.
know what you meant. I know what you meant.
Could I do like an invest? There's no way I'm gonna see anything. I have +0 to all of my perception stuff. I could get perception, but
when you're like really trying to like dig into what's going on here,
I'm gonna cast detect magic.
sure. As an action, or are you gonna take the time to
Ritual.
do it as a ritual?
Ritual.
Sure. You take the time and cast detect magic, and obviously there is sort of a faint dissipating like glow of what was necromancy magic where all the zombies were. That's obviously fading because they're gone. But yeah, there are purple glowing kind of flames there.
I don't know. Can now that I've cast that, can everyone else see that, or is that just me?
Just you with your magic eyes.
I can see them.
Muted.
Okay, good.
I can see the purple flames.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well,
There's a lot of necromancy magic going on inside. I
But
don't
you
know if I would stand in that or not.
Right, but you consecrated the ground, right?
I did, but this is something else.
Okay.
And you just kind of hear like a little that same voice, just
Mm.
like kind of like a little tickle in your brain. It
Mhm.
just says, "Don't worry about it."
Do I hear that as well? Is that just
You just said.
It's probably just leftover magic, right?
Well, this was a magic wizard's tower. It could be from ages past.
Okay.
Netherese, even as you now know.
Netherese, even, as I now know.
Okay. Well,
Is there anything extra that I can do with ceremony now that I can see the purple flames?
No, I'm looking at what. I mean, yeah, I think these guys were already zombies. So, looking at what you can do with ceremony, you could bless some of the water from the well to make it holy water. If you wanted to do that.
Yeah, I will definitely. I'll bless the well and I'll bless a bucket of water and I'll get my frankincense and myrrh, my censer and
Yeah.
sage smudge and
Yeah, sure. Get rid of all the evil spirits.
yeah, I'm
Charge your
definitely
crystals. You know how it is.
and I'm gonna come back in with that bucket of water and I'm gonna try to douse those purple flames. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna try something here.
oh, of course. Do you want me in or out?
Back out of them if you can.
Okay. I move out of the circle.
All right. I'm assuming you're gonna toss the holy water on the fire.
Yep.
It just it splashes like regular water on the ground. The flames continue to burn.
Don't step back in those.
But when you kind of get close, you feel like you don't feel any like heat coming off of them when you go to throw the water on it. It's just like it's a visual flame. You don't feel any like heat or like it's gonna burn you while you're over there, Bronson.
These flames are like an illusion. I don't know
No,
what these are. They're not
I mean-
real flames.
they're magic flames, Bronson.
You show me the last time you dealt with a magic flame that didn't bear heat.
They're hot. What are you talking about? Look, and she like puts her hand. I mean, they're warm. They're not like hot. I was standing in them.
They're not warm to you, Bronson.
now, at this point, Bishop, will you assist me as we investigate the area where these flames are said to be?
Yeah, of course. Be glad to. I'll give you the help action.
Thank you.
What's your investigate?
+0. I was hoping
Oh.
you would make the roll.
I got a +2. I'll take it. Yeah,
Perhaps
Oh,
I wasn't
perhaps
clear.
you could assist me.
Perhaps I
Fancy
just
me
give
as a
you moral
mastermind. Oh
support.
no.
Mhm.
I just play one on TV.
Here we go. That is a 17.
What are you looking to investigate?
We're investigating around the ruins, right?
Oh, to
And-
like look for.
Specifically, the spot where these flames are supposed to be.
Yeah, maybe we can actually start digging out some
Okay.
of the ground.
Yeah, with your you look around, you dig around in the mud and the muck and the dead zombie. And you don't see, it's not like it's emanating, you don't see like any runes or anything that's like, oh, this is clearly a continual flame room stuck on the wall. That's just like turn on the flashlight, there's nothing like
Sure.
that. It's just, and you guys, again, there's no warmth. You're just like, it's just an empty well. You're just walking around inside the tower. Everything's fine. And you don't see anything specific. You also don't see the fire that everybody else is talking about. So it's like a little, like, them. They're probably not playing a joke on you. Like
Yeah.
this would be a deep, they're real
Yeah.
committed to this bit.
I-
Like,
Yeah, I'm digging up zombie right now. It'd be real rude to be like, got him.
Fuckers, we got him.
Gotcha. He's having a hard day morally, so let's just fucking make him dig out a tower pit. Okay.
I will tell you what, as you're digging around in the zombie muck, make me a percentile roll if you would, Jake.
Oh, I could do that.
See, this is why I make you do the thing, and I'll just be moral support.
93.
93, you say?
Great year.
You pull up a stick.
Ah,
It's about 1 foot long.
okay.
And when you first grab it, the stick feels kind of weak, almost. And then you kind of like think about it a little bit more and reflect a little bit, and you feel it kind of strengthen. This is a 1 foot unbreakable stick,
Nice.
blessed by the gods. It only breaks when your will breaks.
Oh,
And you're having a rough day, so you're not sure about the sturdiness of the
Pick it
stick.
up broken or what?
it's not broken. It's there. It's the whole thing currently. Okay. Found
Trinket.
it, and I come up, and the stick is much firmer now because I found the magic thing. Got it, guys. Good.
It's
good.
not Bronson.
job.
But he thinks it is, and maybe he needs this win today.
You can see it in my eyes. I need this win.
It's quite the find.
Look at that. Good job.
To the rest of you, it's quite literally a 1 foot long stick. Like
Mhm.
he's
yeah.
got it.
Yep.
We're good.
Yes, I'm becoming more and more golden retriever-esque.
Just to say. Now I
Ah,
see why we clash so much.
for sure.
It's not the moral code. You're just a dog person.
He's a labradoodle, but he's all
Yeah.
labradoodle.
Yes, curly
Well,
hair and all.
I mean, that's one mystery solved. Should we move on?
I think so. Although, Gable, and I'll bring this up in front of everybody. Hey man, you just straight started killing that guy, and Bronson
Yeah.
agreed that he was a bad guy. I trust Bronson's judgment, more so now than I did originally, because he was very aggressive to begin with. But
Mhm.
just need a heads up or an idea or a thought. I know it was in the moment, and you took the opportune moment. That's a great thing to do because to give us a huge advantage against a man who would otherwise killed us very, very easily with magic. So great job. Small note. Just we need a signal that you're about to murder someone.
This.
I don't know,
the-
swish your tail twice or something. Can you do that? Is
This-
that a
Oh, can I swish my tail twice? In the time that I've had to rest and lick my wounds, and while you've had time to speak, I realize a few things about myself, and that is that I haven't traveled with a group of, forgive the term, do-gooders before. Typically, it's always a matter of what can you benefit by associating with someone. So with that in mind, I realize that I have my shortcomings, and that means that I need to be more open and honest with you all when the moment is right. So I apologize for jumping the gun and for the second time, it seems, engaging in assassination tactics without your knowledge or approval. I can assure you that I will be more communicative in the future, as well as if you have any questions about me and need to get to know me to feel more secure, then I suppose I can accommodate?
The rain stops. It's like you can start to see the sun peeking through the clouds.
The timing. The timing.
Cinematic. No, Gable, I appreciate that deeply, and I don't want your secrets. I just want your trust in our capabilities, and I'd like to. I like you. I'd love to grow this friendship, and I love your ability to get things done. It's just I feel like you're 2 steps ahead of me, and I need you to just pull me along a little tighter for your plans.
I will yank the leash when it needs to be
Not like
yanked.
that. No, not like that. Different
I will
words.
discipline the dog when it needs to be
I
disciplined.
start walking away back to Clarence. Clarence, I found a stick.
It's a good stick. It's the best stick.
It's the damn best stick anybody has.
When you eventually, finally are done and make your way or are starting to head out and have kind of left the flames behind their soot,
Mhm.
you you're able to kind of turn it off when you
Mhm.
want, but you notice that sort of like wisps of kind of harmless, odorless smoke just kind of like whoosh off of your armor. Just like as if it were a common magic item called smoldering armor, but you can turn it off when
Yeah,
you
yeah,
like.
yeah, yeah. She quickly does so. And chases after Gable for a moment. She's like, "I have a question.
Yes, my darling soot.
Can I give you a hug? It's okay if not."
No, it's fine.
She like hugs you around the neck.
Oh, God. Yes. Cuddles.
She lets
Delightful.
let's go. I'm glad that we didn't have to have a bad talk. I'm glad it was a good talk.
If you'll just be a little patient with me, don't uh I don't associate well with people who care about other people. Let me just put it that way. So it's a culture shock.
Yeah,
So,
I get that a lot.
um, your eyes, they were black earlier. Is there some, you asked to give me a hug. I'm an open book. Are we at the
Yeah.
point where that's a mutual thing? Is that
I
going to
mean,
take a little longer? I don't want to pry.
no, I don't know. Sometimes I just kind of black out.
Oh,
Sometimes I don't know what it is, and I don't know why it happens. But I'm sorry if I scared you.
oh no, no. Well, I mean, yes, but no. It's more. He like catches himself slipping back into the suave, and he's like,
Mhm.
"No, no, you're among people who care." Just curiosity. It seems like there's more lingering underneath than
I don't know. It just started happening.
just curious is all.
Bishop said he'd keep an eye on me.
Well, if I know Bishop in the 2 days that I've known him, is that he will keep an eye on you like a little puppy, a little guard puppy,
It's not a little puppy.
a little dangerous guard puppy.
I'm
actually
feeding
quite
Clarence an
capable.
apple.
I'm not denying it. I fully can see that there is some capability in Bishop. Just be careful. Well, shall we set off, or do we want to? Oh, that reminds me, and I'll approach Bishop and say, "So I apologize. There was a cup that the what's his name had
Sure.
that was yours for tea, and I know how much you care about the tea. So he'll produce one of his trinkets, which is a little carpenter's cup.
Oh.
Belongs in a museum. Yep.
It belongs in a museum. And just say, it's not much, but at least until we find another one that matches the rest of the set, I
Well,
present this to you.
thank you so much. And my mother collected mugs for her tea, and we gifted her many. And she always said that there was something special about a gifted mug. So this little cup, I'll hold it close. I appreciate that. Don't worry, I'm not going to hug you.
It would have been a little creepy to segue from the family connection to mugs to a hug.
Yes.
But yes, enjoy.
Yeah.
I I will be more forthright.
Very good.
Well,
I will attempt to be more suspicious.
as well you should. As I informed Soot upon first meeting, don't take anybody at face value.
No, for sure. It's difficult to be different than you are. So
Maybe. But with
maybe.
practice, it gets quite easy.
Well, we'll get there, I suppose.
Hmm.
Man, I was not planning on murdering a fellow today.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm sure he had some sort of distant connection to some evil wizard who was going to come and take all of the Netherrealm artifacts and summon the apocalypse or something like that. The Thanes
Yeah.
typically do that.
Yes, I've heard that. And do you think that ring is cursed? Anybody?
I don't deal well with curses, but
Only one way
something
to find
about
out.
that wizard. Yes, there's only one way to find out. Something about that wizard told me that he was holding that as a prize possession, not so much a feared object. If it were feared, he wouldn't have kept it so easily within reach.
Yes, but if it was prized for its magical ability, you'd think he would have been wearing it.
It's mint in box, and then you guys killed him.
Yes. The
Exactly.
quality of the
But if-
item absolutely plummets the moment you remove it from the box.
You know what? That's a very good point. Mint condition, as it were.
Mm.
All right. Bronson, you ready, buddy?
Rose just asleep.
That's the thought I had. You might be.
Oh,
Yes,
Aw.
possibility.
Robert, sweetie pie. He's
He's
just asleep on the horse already.
yeah. All right.
I picture Bronson asleep, like head back, mouth open, just
Oh
snoring.
my god, I've been on
for
freaking mute. I'm like, what? I'm looking at all my setup. I'm like, what is wrong?
Oh no.
Shit.
Reverting back to a starting streamer.
Yeah, right?
what's- All right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll get to this. I'll make chili when we get to the next camp.
Okay.
Well, so we're pretty much up on time. So we're gonna. Do you guys have, just so I know what to plan for next time? Do you guys have a plan for where you want to go next?
We're headed to the Banshee, right? We're gonna do it
Yeah.
because
That
this is
sounds
like a
yeah, that sounds good.
We're right
little
here.
two banger.
Yeah.
Sure.
The only other place we could go also around here is Wyvern Tor.
Mhm.
Right. That is another
Um,
option. Yeah.
But I feel like the Banshee is the next. That felt like the thing to do
Yeah.
next. I want to find out whose tower this was.
Well, I'll remind you, you have currently one item, which is Sister Gariel's magic comb. Not magic comb, shiny
Mhm.
comb.
Yeah.
And what she told you is that if you kind of play up Agatha's beauty and say like, hey, you're so beautiful, Banshee, here's a magic comb, or a shiny
Tell us
comb.
things.
Tell us. And she said she'll probably, you might get, I don't know how many answers you're going to get, but if you get one question, Sister Gariel wanted to know where she could find Mostopheles' spell book.
Mm-hmm.
But you also could ask her a variety of questions. You could ask whose tower this was.
Mhm.
You might be able to be like, yo, where's Cragmaw Castle?
We also need to bless the orchard over here.
Yeah. Oh, we did that. Actually.
They did that while you were
We
gone.
did
Oh, we
that,
did.
huh?
Okay.
Okay. I know it's on the list.
Yeah.
I opened up a bottle of strawberry wine and listened to my favorite country songs under the stars.
That hot July moon.
So
You devil, Bishop.
you have
Yes, sir.
options for what to ask Agatha. Now, I will point out as well that you did gain some gold here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if that changes your thoughts on magic items. I know you're away from the town at the moment, but there were some things still left in the town. So I don't know if that changes any of your thoughts. If you'd like to pick up any of those items while you're thinking about it. Otherwise, back in Phandelver.
Somebody, if those boots are, man, we should definitely pool our money together for those boots for somebody.
Those boots are beefy.
The video game in me goes, well, we need to do whatever we can. But you know, if we don't,
yeah.
How much money does everybody have?
I don't
feel
think
like
we have.
We're pretty broke.
I have like 50.
I got 16.
Yeah.
We can put that in the layaway. The
Uh-huh.
layaway item. Put 5 gold. Put 5 on it. 5 on it.
Yeah. So again, for those of you who don't know, viewers, the way it works is Silverton's got an inventory for real world week. Once the new stream starts, like next week, the previous week's inventory is gone, and he's got a new inventory instead. So it could come up again on a random roll of a table. The boots might show up again. But yeah, I leave that up to you. Because I know you got a decent amount of gold off the wizards. I don't know how much that works out to be, but
I know there was 5 platinum, so
Yeah.
that's 50 off the bat.
and I think 25 gold, so or 20 gold. So you're at 70 right there.
16 pieces of Electrum and 2 Thayan NFTs.
Yep, also true. Non-Faerunian tokens, so they came from Netheril. Netherese fungible tokens.
Nice.
So yeah, turns out that's also part of the reason Netheril fell. The crypto market crashed, so they just
Oh boy.
God.
that was one of the Netherese enclaves was called Crypto, and it also crashed when they tried to take over the weave.
I will give Soot the ring.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
I think you'll be able to
That's good.
find some good use for this.
I am worried about you putting that on before.
I was gonna wait.
Tilverson
yeah.
sounds like he could definitely identify if this was cursed.
100% to be identified by Mr. T, but
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I want to get this thing checked out, but consider it my shield away from my shield.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Yeah, doing some math, it looks like you're at around 150 plus gold from that. The agates were 10 gold each. The
Yeah.
box itself was 25. So you're around like 175-ish or so gold from the
Just from the wizard.
just
loot?
from the wizard loot. Yeah.
Can we put half down?
Well, at that point, what is it? Just 200 for it, right?
Is that what it was?
It
don't
was
remember.
Something silly.
I don't remember, dude.
That's fair.
You also have the cloaks already, I assume, it
300.
too. Yeah. Yes. 300 for the boots of Elvenkind.
Oh my God, there's bracers of archery on here too.
Read the things. I make these up every week. You gotta check it out, man.
I read them. I mean, it doesn't do me any good, but I'm like,
I know.
These are so good.
Yeah, this week came up with a lot of good ones. Also, I'm surprised you weren't trying to clamor down for the mug of the Stout Heart once a day. Drink an alcoholic beverage from this mug. It gives you temporary hit points equal to a D8 plus your con mod.
At this point, Ted, it's all this is telling me how poor I am. This is me as a
Feels
child
right.
walking through Macy's in the movie Big. All right, this is like I can't afford any of this.
That's fair. That's fair. I gave Soot extra gold. I didn't know she was gonna blow it all on a pair of gloves the second she got back to town. Oh, you know what? Hang on. For reference, these don't include your discount. These are base prices. So currently, Bishop gets the discount, and he did slap it on Bronson's armor as well. So you guys are both rocking Tilverton's logo. You also notice when you look a little closer that there is a little Tilverton logo in the stained glass on the shield, like down in the corner.
Love it. We
What's
we
the
support our
discount?
artists.
That's for sure.
What did I tell you the discount was, Jake, or did we down?
25%.
Yeah.
Really?
If you
So
got,
would I have gotten 25% off my...
you're not rocking his logo on your armor to tell people where you got your wonderful magical goods.
Rude.
That was his thing. He gave you a
My
magic
bad.
scroll that immediately emblazons it
My
with his
bad.
logo on it.
So
And
that's
as lo-
225 instead, which is something we could stretch to. It feels like for them their boots, which I would love because I have an 8 to stealth, but advantage is advantage, baby.
Mm-hmm.
True story.
Is that a thing you want? Because I have a thing for this.
Let's see. Yeah, you know what? We have 40 badger pelts worth 2 gold each. So we'll slap those on top. Bam.
Oh,
Got it. I'm just gonna delete those off of our list. I was hoping to hold on to them, but
I'm gonna
Yeah.
pop some tags.
All right.
Coat.
only
you-
got 40 badger pelts in my.
You when you look at your scrolls, now that you have this thought in your head
Mm-hmm.
that you want to buy something from Tilverton, you look at those scrolls and you can see that like one of them kind of peels apart and it's 2 scrolls. And when you kind of have the thought, hey, I want to get this thing,
Mm-hmm.
that scroll kind of disintegrates into dust and a small air elemental appears in front of you. And it has a chest in front of it. 3 feet on a side.
Okay.
And you hear a message in your brain, Bishop. It says, "Welcome to Tilverton's speedy courier.
Yes.
I know, I could tell. You want one of my items. Put the gold in the box, and then he'll come back to me, and then I'll send him back to you with the item inside."
Incredible fit of technology.
You
This-
are just
for
such
those
a
of you who
little
are-
guy.
Curious, there is a spell called Galder's Speedy Courier, and that's what it does. It summons an air elemental with a chest that can send it off to someplace else. You can name a living creature you've met and seen at least once, and it will travel on back to them. And that's kind of the purpose of this spell. It's a lesser known spell from one of the Lost Laboratory of Kowalish book, or one-shot adventure. Yeah, it'll disappear, reappear adjacent to the target. And if they can cast it again, they can send one back to you.
Nice.
And he goes, and as you put the money in the chest and shut it, you hear it disappears.
Thank you.
Before it leaves, I will definitely thank it in primordial.
Sure, and it kind of nods, and it reappears, and inside are the boots.
Ooh.
You notice that on the bottom of the boots, on the sole, like engraved in the sole, is the Tilverton's logo.
Mhm.
But it's engraved in such a way that when you step, it might leave a Tilverton logo on the ground. And then
Only
what?
on
Incredible.
purpose.
Yeah, only on purpose. Sure.
Yeah.
When you-
Which I'll do.
When you take the boots out in your head, you go, "No, only the first one's free," and then the air elemental disappears again.
First.
And then, like, the air elemental pops back and he goes, "Okay, well, listen, apparently you didn't get what I was trying to tell you."
The first delivery is free?
Yes.
Okay.
And then he disappears
I
again.
got it. Uh-oh. All right, bye. Thank you, Alexa.
Yeah, it's like an 80 gold a year subscription. You have to buy into it. It's a whole thing.
Ah,
To get-
that's how he gets you.
Yeah,
Gilbert's
you know.
in prime. I get it.
Yeah.
I get
That's
it.
right.
Yeah,
But for me, it's only 60 gold a year.
that's right.
How
Yeah,
much that
previous
is, yeah.
existing member. Yeah, Tilverton Prime. I'm not. That's what it's called now.
Yep.
It's Tilverton Prime.
TP.
Anyway, so you now have boots of Elvenkind.
Does anybody else want these boots? Because I do have a +8 to my stealth. So as a team,
I mean,
I just pull the hood of my cloak. Of
yeah, I wasn't
Elvenkind
talking
up.
to you.
Oh well.
do you
That's
already have
fine. Those
advantage
boots
on
look
your
tacky
stealth?
anyway.
Do I? I do not, but I do have a +8. So I know you have disadvantage.
I
Counter
have disadvantage, but it's like, okay, it's still just rolling a +2 twice. I'm not going to be doing a bunch of sneaking unless we're doing it as a group.
Okay.
I could. I have a +3.
All
If
right.
we're trying to be stealthy, I mean, I think Bronson would do well to have them.
Although
Well,
we are
doing
about to
straight
give
roll.
him the boots of striding and springing. That's why we came to the
True.
tower.
True.
I don't know. This is all stuff I guess we could chat about
Yeah.
later, and we'll let Ted
Gable,
know.
what's your stealth?
8. +8.
Mine.
Are you
Oh,
Gable?
Gable is 6. No.
I
I
am
don't know.
6, but then with the hood up, I get advantage.
Okay,
Yes.
you get advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer to double down on the people that are actually doing the sneaking. Like I'm gonna be doing some sentry work or whatnot. Like
Yeah. Why don't you? Why doesn't Bishop take them?
All right.
And best part, non-attunement.
Yes.
So there you go.
My statement still stands that they look tacky, but on you, they look quite nice.
I
they
will
do
take
look
that
tacky.
Compliment, backhanded
look-
or otherwise.
They look nice.
Thank
You
you.
look like a small Christmas elf.
Yes, it's strange that they help you be sneaky, but they have little bells at the end.
It's to help train you to be more sneaky.
Mm.
Huh?
They jingle if you want them to.
How does D&D not sell these as like house slippers? Like, do they like? What do they need?
They don't like money that much.
they
apparently.
just don't like. Every
Dude,
kid should have a small stuffed owlbear,
Uh-oh.
and
Ted, you good?
I am. I can only suggest this to people who have licenses to create this kind of shit so many times. Like, I mean, and you know what? I know some of it's WotC and Hasbro and whatnot, but I talk to WizKids constantly, and I'm like, you guys have the license. Props. Like,
Mhm.
people will buy. You make a light up flame tongue sword, someone's gonna buy that. You know, you make a holy symbol. You could charge $25 or $30 a holy symbol for every god in the Faerunian
Beatles and
pantheon.
Grimm.
Oh,
I
there you go.
I talked to them about it too. To do
I'm
it.
just saying they're already doing these things, making like
Well, they're doing things like
Pins.
yes, but I also talked to them about doing the holy symbols as well, and they're like, "Oh, we have the license. Maybe we could." But they haven't done it either. So it's just like it's just you're throwing away money. In my future video, where somebody asked me in one of my streams, what would you do to write the ship with WotC if you had 2 years and were put in charge and an unlimited budget, which obviously is ridiculous, but you know, it is what it is. That's an easy one. Like, make props that people can just go buy.
Mhm.
You know, make a cloak of Elvenkind, right? And sell a cloak, right? It's, I don't know, $65, $75, whatever.
I'd wear
Plus-
it.
But, like, people will buy it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do
Dagger-
a limited run.
Yeah. Dagger of Venom, right? Pick, you know, hey, you're launching this cool new Vecna adventure. I bet you it's got a cool magic item in it. How about you make a prop and sell it? Like, come on.
When the
Man,
movie
that
was
sword
out.
of costume is pretty cool.
Anyways.
The movie, yeah.
Ugh.
The horn thing, all that shit. The beckoning. Anyway, we're going to probably end this stream now
Yeah.
before I get on some tire. Listen, it was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Before-
Thank you, everybody, for hanging out in the chat and donating all those trinkets to Droop, I guess.
Come
Yes.
to find out what Droop has found inside
it
the
going.
tavern next week.
Yeah, but we'll be back next week. And we'll be sure to, you know, continue on the shenanigans. But let's go down the line here and just get everybody to kind of outro themselves here. So, Robert. Who are you? Where can we find
If
you?
I don't perish this week from influenza A, you can find me at Captain Robert at everything on the internet. We like to play D&D 3 to 4 times a week. Come stop by the channel and say hello.
LB.
Hack 'em up. You can find me at LB Hack 'em up on Twitter and Instagram and all that fun stuff. On Twitch, we are Hack Recklessly, where we will be playing some more D&D on Sunday. They're going to be facing some really creepy creatures. It's a level 15 campaign, so high level stuff. We are getting close to another marker for our follower count. So if you want to follow us, we're going to do another giveaway. But yeah, that's me.
All right, Jake.
Hi guys, I'm Jake. You can find me at Legends Rerolled wherever you listen to podcasts. We do a Titterpig, which is replaying. Yeah, Ted, we're replaying classic role-playing games through fifth edition Dungeons and Dragons.
And Cujo.
Hello, everyone. I am Cujo of at Cujo Plays Games on all major social media platforms. You can most likely find me on Instagram and Twitch. I'm a variety streamer, typically focusing on RPGs, and going to be rolling out a new tabletop RPG campaign relatively soon. So definitely keep an eye out on the socials.
Awesome. And I'm Ted. This is my channel, Nerd Immersion. We play this game every Wednesday. We're looking to bring back, for those of you who are a fan of the Great Modron March, sometime soon-ish, ? Ask Jordan. Also, again, this campaign's going to 20, so stick around. A lot more games to play here. Also, we're figuring out the timing, but we are working on launching a book club as well about reading the newest D&D novel that released.
Yeah.
So we're working on getting that up and running. Waiting for one of the people who's on the panel to get the book, which should be tomorrow. And then figuring out the time frame for when we can get together and actually do this. So
It has been so hard to not start reading ahead.
I know. I haven't read it
It's been
either.
so hard, but I want the enjoyment. I haven't got to do a book club in so long.
So yeah, that'll be coming in the near future on top of all the other nonsense that goes on here on this channel. Also, maybe at some point soon, I'll see if I can get a group together to play that NASA one-shot that NASA released. Their TTRPG one-shot, so we'll see if we can't get somebody to play that, because that seems like a lot of fun. And you also learn science facts while you play. So, anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
Mind Flayer, goodbye.